All this?
It's streaming but not recording.
Oh wow. Nuts.
So we missed out like the last half an hour.
Oh.
That's not too bad.
Never mind. 16. No, we're 14. 14, sorry.
There is a magic system in place, but you don't know. It looks quite intricate as well.
I'm not going to be able to get in there.
Well, not right now, but it's good to know that there's an easy target there for the future.
Potentially. I'll come back later.
Like I said, let's just...
Let's go.
We're sort of on time here, because the longer we leave it, the more tired we're going to get.
This is true. But they might also decide to raid tonight and we can maybe kill the big boss tonight on their own without the little goods.
Do you reckon the big boss would come by himself, or...?
Oh no, I mean while he stays there.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Or she. It.
Thing.
I need the car.
The goblins even have gender.
Yes.
They do. They breed
Just remember, they breed like rabbits.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah.
But they usually steal other humanoids to do that sort of stuff. It's not nice.
No, but...
I need that.
How far are we travelling?
It's, like I said, 2 or 3 miles, so it's probably about half an hour walk.
That's alright, it's easy.
I may need that. Where am I?
I guess we better get this map actually ready for the first time in a while.
Oh, the goblin cards are missing.
Oh, that's a shame.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Oh.
You may have set them aside earlier.
Well, set them in a different place, and I don't have them anymore.
Not amongst the magic items, because you have them out a fair bit. Bugger.
I was specifically like, yeah, I'm going to use these specifically for this side quest, because I was like, I haven't used them until now, and now I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
It's just so I can get this
Yeah.
set up.
Is that the map of where we are?
Yeah.
It's a map of the town.
Got that.
We're not getting the map of this.
I'm just more worried about the glass and such.
Those two I need.
Stu, can you lift up the mic, please?
I'm doing this right now. Someone else do it. Those two
I
I
didn't
need.
open this one. Oh.
So, there's us. I just need to get this stuff there underneath.
Left
on top.
Cool. Yep, sweet. Done.
So, after about 2 miles of walking,
Yeah.
you eventually do get to a very, very large forested area, and it's very great. There's only one single road going in the middle.
One single walkway.
Road. So there's just one road going through the forest, but everything else looks grey and
Doesn't
forested.
look well travelled.
Looks well
So
travelled.
if I would check for goblin tracks.
That's what I was going to be next, yeah. Well travelled by goblins.
Anyone helping on this?
Yes.
Good. That's 19.
Yeah, let me just look at my camera.
Oh, okay.
What's the day?
Probably no, not
So you see a lot of tire tracks or wheel tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's a lot. Some merchants coming from this way, but not very many. And then you also do see a lot of foot tracks of various different sizes.
Looking, like I said, specifically for goblin tracks.
Yeah, they're small feet. Small little feet.
Do they lead off into the woods like I would expect? From
They
goblin tracks?
lead off in general directions, but some of them on the road. Most of them are going into the forested area.
Cool, follow them.
Yeah, follow the goblin-esque tracks then.
Which one?
Follow
The goblin
sneaky
tracks.
Eddie.
Like I
So
said,
yeah, like I said, some of them are going to the forests, and some of them is going straight down the road.
Should we follow the ones into the forest?
yeah.
I'm going to follow the ones in the forest.
There we go.
Follow the
Sneak
goblin
it.
tracks. Follow the goblin tracks. Follow the goblin tracks.
Okay, so roll
Perception check.
Yeah.
16.
No.
10.
lower than that.
So 16's the
We'll go
highest.
off the 16.
And are you walking casually or stealthily?
Stealth.
Yeah, moving slower.
Ah, I got +5. Oh, that's a 24.
That's a 15.
14. 14 plus 4, 18.
Nice.
So we're actually all fairly sneaky because I've got a +8.
Yeah, fair play.
Because I got a +8, so that's the only thing that saved me really.
I got +5.
So you're all together working very quietly, sneaking around. Every once in a while, Beth does break a branch, but it's not. It's not. It's like
Is it because of my crown? Should I take the ropes off? Are they hindering?
no, but on a 16, you'd still. You're not like going quietly, are you? You can't stop the sound of leaves crackling if you can. I would say that's more like 18, 19, 20 in there. 16 is more like you are physically moving slower, but you can't control the elements around you. So like I said, you're making sounds with the leaves, but you're making it sound like as if it could be another creature, basically. So you're doing it in a smart way.
That was a hedgehog.
And who rolled the 24?
I.
So it was you. So you can sort of like tell her, don't step there. Don't. You tell her to avoid the pitfalls, basically.
Don't fall down the pit.
Mm-hmm.
After
Trust
about,
me, I know.
after about half an hour of doing this, and like by now the sun is down, and you're also like sneaking around. Ty, you notice eventually a couple of goblins are talking to each other like behind a log.
What language?
Goblin.
Okay.
Just a couple.
Silencer.
It's about 3.
This is why I like a hand crossbow. It's always silent.
Touche.
They seem to have not noticed you.
I'm going to alert these two.
Right, okay.
How far away are they?
Sign to them in some kind of way.
About 50 feet away.
50 feet? Cool, I'm going to try and nice and sneakily sneak.
Okay.
I'm going to. Do they look like lookouts or?
They seem to be
Looking.
They seem to be looking around the general area, so technically, but they're not actively looking for people.
2 shots.
Let me just roll.
I'm gonna take
Let
it.
me just roll perceptions first.
Yeah. Because basically, I'm trying to get a surprise round here.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Surprise round or
Sneaking
straight out kill them.
straight behind. Clank.
You okay there?
Sciences.
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead. Just get a surprise round.
Nice.
So advantage.
I'm sneaking up to try and get a
Shot on them.
slit of the neck.
Oh,
I
stick
could,
in there.
Yeah.
I could spend key points to get right up close with them, so I can pass without a trace.
Let's just say for tennis purposes, for the next 6 seconds, you each get action and a movement. So you get a surprise round, basically.
I'm going to stay where I am and just go.
Boom, boom.
And maybe an extra third one.
Okay, so there's 3 of them.
17 to hit.
Yeah.
I always forget for my crossbow. It's that one. Okay.
We're trying to do this quietly, aren't we?
Yeah.
19 damage.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Magic quietly.
You literally just you see its throat go down, the other 2 just look up like what the hell.
This,
is
how
going on?
many is there?
Would that be
3.
considered
So you just
quiet?
kill 1.
Shot at the second one,
Yeah.
from extra attack.
That's my
Crit.
sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Let's just assume it's dead. It's
You can
7
always say
HP.
something by it.
And then crossbow expert to shoot the third one.
It's going to be quiet when
That's
I pass
them.
the cross.
Once again, 17 to
It
hit.
could be a
Yeah,
heart
hit.
attack roll there.
And see what damage.
21.
Yeah, that's dead. So you've killed.
Sorry, 18.
Yeah, you killed all 3 of them. in a row.
Nice. Nice. That'll do
Nice, sneaky.
it. If I've got
That's our
up to
goblin
them, I'll
quest
drag
No,
them.
they're all dead.
Oh no, I'm going to
These
drag
are
them
lookouts.
into the
Oh,
brush
okay.
so
Okay.
that if anyone comes around.
I recover crossbow bolts that I
As-
can.
You
As
recover
he's
2.
dragging them in,
Yeah.
I'm going to check
Look,
the
I'm
bodies for
just
anything.
saying it for the
Yeah,
roleplay
I'll
purpose.
Sorry.
grab them.
Checking the bodies for anything as they come in.
Roll investigation.
Anybody
It's the one
helping?
set that I still need to. Yeah, sure,
I guess,
I'll help.
I guess as I'm
Mm.
looking, as I'm pulling them in, I'm giving them a quick view.
14 is my best.
General loincloths. They have short bows and scimitars, but they're like basic. There's no
Yeah.
nothing
I
special about them.
Stick them in my bag of holding
Investigation's the
to
one
give
last
to
thing
our
that I
pastor.
actually need to.
So you've got
Get us
3
proficiency.
scimitars
Yeah.
and 3 short bows.
3 scimitar.
Yeah. And then other than that, you also find a piece of paper on there.
Oh, great.
What's written
What's
on
it
the piece of
say?
paper?
It looks like it's written in Goblin.
It shares the dwarvish, doesn't it? Goblin shares dwarvish.
Uncommon.
It has similar runes to it.
Yeah, they share a text.
Yeah.
Let me just have a look. I think Gnomish shares the same one. So I might be able to try and get a grasp of what it says.
I would say roll a general intelligence and see if you can.
That's too far now.
We've still got an anvil.
Yeah, of course we have. How else are we going to get him to make all this shit for us? Has he
Yeah.
come with us? He has, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's
I probably told him to stay on the road.
just standing in the middle of the road then.
Dead goblins, I haven't seen that in thousands.
Okay, fine. I'll have told him to come with us.
Quietly.
Oh god.
But he needs to be fucking quiet.
Just roll, shall we?
I will kill him otherwise. I will make the...
You'll attempt to kill him.
I'll hit him with the fucking axe thing and make him melt again.
I don't think
That
it
was
would
him
work.
doing the melting. I think
No.
he'd refused to help.
I don't think he has a choice. I think he's the one pulsing the aura effect.
True.
It's a bubble effect, I think.
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, so I haven't figured that out yet.
Mm.
Yes, Gnomish shares a dwarvish text with Orc and Goblin. So I'm going to sort of try and
Roll
decipher
roll
what it
intelligence.
says. Yeah, absolutely. Straight in.
Yeah.
Any help?
No. Oh.
I'll help.
No, technically I can't help because I don't know any dwarvish texts.
Do you know
I
any
don't
dwarvish
either,
texts?
no.
What languages do you know?
Common Elvish.
No, you can't help me.
Yeah.
I'm on my own. It's a straight roll then. Oh, fuck you. 6.
Don't recognise any of
No.
it.
Handwriting or something is off, pretty
Probably,
much.
yeah.
No, stash it.
Yeah.
I suppose we can find out what these are.
See what a common trail is from where they are
Sit on.
deeper into the woods to try and figure out where their home is. Survival?
So
Okay.
yeah, survival. Yeah.
My
I'm
pencil.
doing survival to try and figure out where their home
But
is.
this is mine.
Cool.
Sorry?
Survival check. Anyone helping?
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
Why am I keeping it down there? I need to move it up.
That's 16.
Oh, you can get a general direction or a specific direction. It seems like, say for example, this is a road.
Yeah.
You've gone like this
Yeah.
off the road. It looks like the tracks are going back towards the road.
Back towards we'll keep following the tracks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Stealth check,
Stealth.
perception check. Stealth is 27 from me, and perception is 9 from me.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'll,
That's alright.
Perception 4.
Oh, Jesus.
Stealth of 5. Not much better.
Don't forget to add your modifiers.
Stealth.
9. Stealth.
9.
Oh, perception.
14 on the stealth.
Mm,
19 on the perception.
I'm just gonna roll stealth.
12 perception, 9 stealth.
9 stealth.
Yeah. I walk into a tree.
That's a tree.
Not bad as that.
That's a tree.
He walks into a tree and the tree falls over.
Okay, it's not a 1. Let's put it that way. So it's okay. But he's casually walking around. It looks
He
like he's
catches the tree as it falls.
he's like
And puts it back in.
he gently strokes it and goes, "Hello, tree."
Are you Fern? I'm looking for Fern.
I've heard people like birds.
She's got cotton in her.
Damn like that one a little too much.
Sorry?
I damn like one a little too much. So for another 5 or 10 minutes, you're quite stealthy.
Yeah.
You're quite stealthy.
Quite
We're-
stealthy,
we're
yes.
not
On a
very
19
stealthy.
rolled, 27
Like me
actual.
and Derek keep bumping into each other.
But what? Basically, because we didn't get that once,
Good.
we'll every once in a while we'll be cracking in leaves and breaking branches.
Stop
But
standing on them.
these two will eventually be like,
Jeez.
stop it. Basically.
They're getting annoyed. I
Just
can understand
fucking
that.
climb a tree. Don't climb a tree. Fucking knock it down.
After about 10-15 minutes, you get back to the road,
Mhm.
and then you notice on the road as you're coming out of the forest, there's like a log across the road.
No, we'll follow the log.
No,
That's just stop.
it's an ambush.
Yeah.
Perception, just try and see if I can spot any goblins lying in wait for ambush.
Likewise.
20.
It's a 15.
They're not very concealed. There's 2 goblins on either side, and they seem to be sort of like casually holding bows. Seem to be taking turns on ships and just keeping an eye out for intruders. on which side? There's 2 on the right and 2 on the left.
I'm gonna try and take out 3 of them,
Okay.
like I just did.
You just concentrate on 2 of them. I'll try and get 2 as well.
Well, I'm gonna go for the right side first because
You're coming from the right side.
Yeah, so
So
I'm
you're
gonna go for
closer
the.
to the right.
No, I'll go for the 2 on the left first.
I'll
then.
get my rifle out and go for the 2 on the left, if you'd prefer.
I just know that's what I would rather get the guys further away.
That's why you don't have any ranged
Sorry?
options.
I personally, this is how my guy operates. He shoots the guys at range and then tries to close in for melee on the guys who are closer. So I will always shoot people further away first.
I'm going pistol on the guys nearest then.
Okay. So surprise round.
First shot is 17 to hit.
First one, yeah, that's a 19 natural to hit.
Yeah.
Plus 10, puts it on 29. On the second one, no, I'll do all the damage on this one first.
19 on the guy who I just shot.
So 19 damage.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10. 11 plus 7 puts it on 28, 18.
Yeah.
He dead. He drops.
Second guy is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural 1 and my gun breaks.
Oh no.
That's a misfire.
21 damage on the second one.
Here,
Yeah, and are you going to try and hit the third one?
Well, the last remaining one who.
Not now.
No.
Flick it away. Rifle. Boom.
Oh, you're trying to hit with the rifle.
Oh, you're going to go for it,
Natural
don't you?
19.
Yeah.
It's gonna die
Okay.
because it's 1d8 naturally. No, that's the wrong gun. It's 2d10 naturally
Okay. Yeah, that's probably right.
plus d4s.
Yeah. That's minimum 4 damage.
Yeah.
So it's the 7 HP.
Yeah, it's dead. That's a 10 on its own. Fuck.
The only thing that I could mention is the rifle's somewhat louder.
Yeah, of course it is.
So
I need to create a silencer for this, really, don't I? That'll be out. That'll be time. Guys, I need 10 minutes to sit down and fix this.
I'm continuing on.
I have.
Do you want my help? We need 10 minutes.
Can you not cast out a ritual?
I can cast it as a ritual.
As in, not as a ritual.
I mean, I can, but it still takes 10 minutes.
Are you wanting to cast?
Ritual is the 10-minute
Okay.
cast version.
Sorry?
Ritual is the 10-minute version.
Yeah, but that gets it fixed straight away. Whereas the straight cast...
Expensive cell sort. That's it.
no,
No, because it's
mending is a cantrip.
Mending is a
I ruled
cantrip.
that it can fix it.
Okay.
So because normally it wouldn't, but we agreed that it can, but only at
Yeah.
ritual speed.
Okay.
Yeah, so we need 10 minutes. You have to have this 10 minutes.
We just made a lot of noise. Check the bodies for anything that may be useful.
Investigation.
While he's doing that, I've just sat down to do it.
17.
Nothing. Just the scimitars in the shop.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Put them in the bag.
Yeah, sure.
So you
I just
another
point out.
4 scimitars and
I'm
another
gonna-
4 shotguns.
I'm going to say that we go onto the left-hand side and hide before you start doing that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not
Like
saying
we're
any-
we're moving location first
Oh,
because
yeah,
we've
I-
made the noise in one location. I want to be in a different
Oh.
location.
I've sort of gone into the brush somewhere. For there.
Derek just looks around and goes, "Oh, we go in. We go in."
Yeah.
Stealthing up.
Yeah, so I'm going into the bush somewhere.
24 on my stealth.
Okay. Derek got.
Why am I so bad on my perception rolls today?
18 plus 5 is 23.
Again, 9 on stealth.
23 on the
Using
spell.
luck.
Hmm?
Using luck on that.
14 on my perception as I keep look whilst he's mending his gun.
No, I'm not going to use it on my stealth right now. I am definite.
Let's just say you're a 9. You're most of your body's hidden. You may have like an odd
Oh,
leg.
fine. Yeah, I'll use luck. 9, 10, 12, 13.
Okay, so now you notice your legs poking out, so you put it. Now you've just got like a toe showing or something.
like I said, 14 on perception as I keep watch whilst he's mending his gun.
No, Derek's actually stealthy for the first
nine
time, so he's actually sitting down quietly.
Fucking hell.
I got 11 perception.
Take a picture. No, wait, don't. That'll make him speak. I see one of those, you know.
So the first 2 or 3 minutes, nothing happens. Then eventually it looks like there's like a small scouting group.
Okay. You can't really take part because you're
Noisy gun is noisy.
So you will see 6 goblins, 2 ogres,
as a scouting group. Bloody heck.
and 2 hobgoblins.
Jesus. How many hobgoblins?
So 6 goblins,
Mm.
2 hobgoblins, and 2 ogres.
Quick nature check on hobgoblins to see if they can speak common at all. 13.
You're natural to this plane, aren't you?
Mhm.
So you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Ooh. How long have I got left of this? Fixing.
6 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
That's a 60
rounds.
60 rounds.
60.
10 rounds is a minute.
So are you committed to doing the mending now? Can you stop?
I can pull out, yeah.
Like I will let you know that they're
It's
there.
a massive proper concentration.
I will let you know that they're there
And
before
time.
as a free action as part of surprise because I presume they haven't seen us.
Are they grouped relatively close together?
Yeah, have they seen
They're
us?
about...
Out of truth.
You rolled a 14 on perception, didn't you?
Mm.
They're about 50-60 feet away from you.
Like I said,
They're directly on the road. They're not... They're obvious to see, basically.
Cool. Try and throw a rock over there or something.
No. I can
Uh-oh.
I can cast silence on an area of 20 feet. And we can
Oh, then
ambush
do
them.
that.
Because they are not going to hear your gun then.
Yeah.
They'll just go deaf and then not know where stuff is flying from.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wouldn't be able to hear outside the sphere, so you'd have to put the 20-foot sphere on top of them, and they're 50 feet away.
no, on top of Titch,
On top of me, yeah.
so he doesn't make the noise.
I need to find silence.
The range of this spell is 120 feet. So
Fucked.
No sound can permeate in and out of it. So in theory, you could put it on top of them or on Titch.
Yeah.
On top of Titch is a better option because
Yeah.
that means goblins further away can't hear it.
Mm.
Yeah.
We don't care if they hear them, but
Because they're not going to hear your crossbow, but the
yeah, no. The
guns
problem
are
is the ogres. I don't know if I can take them down in the
I
head.
think we can.
yeah. But if we thin off the goblins,
Mm.
we can concentrate on the ogres. After
Remember, I've got grenades,
Mm.
which is basically a fireball minus 1d6.
Then you'd have to put the silence where the grenade hits.
How large is the area of
Occupational
silence?
hazard.
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
Mm.
It's a sphere radius.
Okay, then let's get a diagram because this is now actually okay. How wide is this road?
20. So it's enough for 2 cars, basically.
Nice.
And what's good is I can cast this at a second level because of that item I've got that gives me the second level.
Nice. No, you don't. No.
No?
You don't have 7 level spell slots until you actually have them.
You have 1, but you can't cast any.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
you don't
It's
have
usually
second
like
level
four.
spells. You can have slots above the level
So you
spells
can
that you can
upcast your
cast.
spell.
But you can
I'm
upcast.
casting
You can
key
upcast, but
points
you
as well.
can't cast a second
So they're
level.
not known spells.
Something that is
Using
actually
key
a
points
second level
as
spell
well.
you can't cast. You can upcast a first level
You can
spell.
only cast those spells.
Which is why multicasting as a paladin is really good.
I need to
So I'm doing it
write
first
it in
level,
my
so what is
2nd
that?
level spell slot.
You've got the slots, you just can't do anything with them, basically.
Wait, let me see what spell you have with your key points. What do you have?
So,
Dark
how
Star
many
gives you pass
regular
without
goblins,
trace
Stu?
silence.
You know what Pass Without Trace does, right?
Yeah, sneaky.
Yeah, but you haven't used that the entire time.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
I don't want to
it's
waste my
fine.
key
How many
points.
goblins?
6 goblins.
6 goblins. Where are they in the formation?
They are up front.
So, up front.
They seem to be fanning out, basically. And the ogres are in the back, and then the 2 hobgoblins are sort of like commanding the goblins in front of them.
Where's the Where's
Okay,
the X
hobgoblins.
Mm-hmm.
How many hobgoblins?
2.
2 hobgoblins
And 2 ogres.
and 2 ogres.
Where's the site of the ambush in comparison to us as well? Because we might be able to use it as cover for Titch.
Oh, you're working things out.
I'm just doing a general like that.
It's more like
Of course, this is the road.
it's more like that, to be honest. And they're literally all on the road.
Are they on these outer squares?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're further
Where was
back.
the log?
You're further back than this.
Where's the log?
You're about here.
And the log is about here, I take it?
No, it's directly here.
Here.
Yeah.
It's just to represent the fact that it's a log.
If you tell me
And
now,
hobgoblins are like here.
if you tell me now
And the ogres are
that
here.
they are there like that, then I have a good idea.
You see, we've only got... We should roll initiative so that we actually know how long we've actually
No,
got.
you have a surprise round.
Yeah, the surprise round happens still in initiative order.
I suppose if you want to go in order like that.
Because we technically do have to do that. Just so that we know where these guys are, because they lose their surprise effect.
Then you can still hold your action sort of thing until...
It's more the
Even
fact
in
that
surprise.
we have advantage on them until they go past their initiative order to no longer be surprised.
17, 18, 19, 21, 22.
Like I said, my free action has been to let you guys know that these guys are here.
So I do know that they're there. Have you told me how they're standing sort of thing?
I can't do that. I've let you know because of the fact that you're mending your gun.
They're just standing there in a circle. Don't we then know?
I've got my shut and looking the other way.
Oh no, that just means the initiative order. So you might not be...
Okay, so dash.
17 is my initiative.
Dex.
My dex is +5.
Okay, so you're 1/3, so you're 17 now.
22 for me.
Okay.
8.
You're still not the host.
Just so you're aware.
Derek.
Oh yeah, I'm roll for
Derek.
Derek.
Me, you.
Oh, cock. Yeah, Derek got
It's because you're just more melee, so well, two swords.
I demand
Lord
a
and one
reroll
was a
for
bit more,
Derek.
but yeah.
Derek, do better.
He's still technically a part of the surprise round.
So it's
And he is.
5.
Oh, bitch!
These are 5 feet, aren't they?
The square, yeah, you
One
count from the
square
centre of
is
the square.
Yeah, square.
We could hit most of them with a silent grenade.
I could throw a grenade and it could kill lots of people.
We'd have these 2 left over. Or we
No,
could.
These are the 2
It would
ogres.
still hit
Those
them.
are the 2 ogres. Those are two
Yeah,
two
it would
goblins.
still hit them.
Derek pops up and says, I've got lots of things.
Because
Okay.
we could. If we,
We'll use you in a bit.
if we silence
So-
here,
So which square?
And
Because
grenade
it's a
in here.
square that you have to target, not a line.
it would be where one of the hobgoblins is.
So if we say there 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it 20 by 20?
Yes,
That's a
20
really
radius.
good spell. What is this? Level
So-
1?
Silence,
Just silence.
Yeah. That's
That's,
a
that's the
really...
thing, is I want to check it.
That's a really... Is it 20 by 20 or is it 20 foot?
20 foot radius is what it said.
Oh, so it's from
Yeah.
where you cast it. So that's a really good spell.
That's a fucking brilliant spell, yeah.
And stop spellcasters. They literally have to run out to get out to the...
I'm just doing dots to show the edges of.
Have you cast that, have you?
No,
So-
he's doing it in theory.
Yeah, so when she does
Figure it
cast
out.
it, she knows
Now
how
the
big
issue
the
is on the
area is.
spell. Would they know that? Is it like a shimmering or what? Like
I'd
what?
say it isn't.
I'm trying
You
to
just
find
can't
that's
hear
because I
anything.
have no
Yeah,
none of
but-
them.
They suddenly stop making noise. To them, this could be a really good thing.
No, but if suddenly they don't hear themselves walking and
It'll
talking,
be there. So
Yeah.
so they will notice instantly. Well, not instantly. They'll notice probably within
But
the first round.
like I said, surprise round is when they lose initiative. If they know where we are,
Yeah. Okay.
they are no longer surprised, which is why this matters.
Yeah.
Silence, a second level illusion.
Because I'm casting it with key
For the
points.
duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within.
Oh, the sphere is 20 feet.
Radius.
Yeah.
Radius, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that big.
Radius is from the
that's-
centre to the edge.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible.
Okay.
So there isn't any shimmering or anything.
But they will notice if they're making
But,
noise.
yes,
they won't hear anything.
They will just suddenly go
Get
deaf
really
and they will
confused.
suddenly go exploded.
So yes.
So you're doing this all at the same time, I'm assuming.
So yes, I go
For this first thing, because
Do
they
the
don't know where
silence
we are.
Spending 2 key points as it's marked.
Yeah. Okay.
and then I go grenade 1.
Okay. Yeah. Roll.
I
do save, do
It lands DC 15 dex on everybody, please.
What's the radius?
20.
Is it dex?
Oh, so you're aiming at the same hobgoblin that the silence was done then.
Is it dex, you said?
Dex 15, yeah.
15. Okay. Fail.
And then I'm going to get ready to clean it with crossbow shots.
Fail. 1 passes.
We've also numbered each of the goblins and hobgoblins for you, Stu.
2 passes.
You should kill all of them, regardless of...
Goblins, maybe the hobgoblins. Don't know about the ogres. Hoping the ogres. If not, I've got crossbow, hopefully.
5d6.
Okay, we're done. So, 3 goblins pass, 1 hobgoblin passes, and 1 ogre passes.
So pretty much half them passed.
Okay, so here is full damage. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in total.
So 18 on the ones who failed and 9 on the ones who passed.
That's all the goblins dead.
Yeah.
Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Pink mist on the gobs?
Hang on. 6. Okay. So the only thing standing now is an ogre and a hobgoblin.
Nice.
Number 1 and number 2 for each.
An ogre and a hobgoblin.
There we go.
Holy crap.
And they're
Yeah.
damaged.
I took a
now as well, aren't
thick
they?
goblin as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
And
gone.
they've just had 9 put on them. So they're somewhere between 9 and 18.
First shot on the ogre.
Fucking
Yeah.
duck. Shite.
17 to hit.
Yeah. Who are you going for, ogre?
Yeah, ogre first.
Okay, 17 to hit, yeah.
Still using regular bolts because that's what I'm doing. 20 damage.
Yeah, ogre's gone.
Dead.
And then second shot on the hobgoblin.
Yeah.
17 to hit again.
Miss.
Ooh.
And then bonus action, another shot from crossbow expert.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
Yes. Derek goes, oh, okay.
Kill him.
Okay. Alright, he says, oh. He didn't, he's literally not
Quietly.
going for this
Kill
thing.
them quietly.
I mean, you don't have to. You've cast silence.
No, only in this
in
area. If
there.
he's making noise,
Yeah, right, fair.
They're being quiet. We're not.
that area's being quiet.
True enough.
I was
Yeah.
wondering
yeah.
what he should cast in this situation.
Magic missile, maybe?
That was the most silent explosion in history.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That looks...
that was ingenious, Beth.
Yeah, fair play.
I've never thought to use silence like that. I've always used it as a
No.
caster shut off.
Yeah, and me. That is brilliant.
Because you could
We
also
can
do
make
that
With
with
your
fun.
gun
More.
skills, it's
Because
just like,
that enables you to
We
do a
can use
sneaky.
that more, yeah.
No,
Sorry.
that enables wizards to do sneak wizard fireballs.
Yeah.
Why didn't he have a ranged option on
well, no,
his-
because I suppose if they're not doing a spoken
damn it.
component, it's fine.
No, because the fireball makes noise,
It made him so that he's quite in.
so you can just say the spoken component as a whisper. You don't have to shout out your. You don't have to do what Harry Potter does, which is shout out your spell. You know, you can say it quietly and have someone else cast silence in the area, and your fireball is silent.
All it would be is a, huh?
So he says, that's quiet, right?
That's a really quiet
Bit
fireball.
quieter.
Oh, shit.
It's quiet in there, is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh god, what's he going to
You
do?
cast fireball in it.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I think that. Can we
Wait,
just
no.
take the hobgoblin off?
Yeah.
Yeah, just take the hobgoblin off.
Okay, and now
Even
there's an area
with
of the
all
road that a
ones.
flaming corpse and lots of very bloodied,
Yeah.
eviscerated.
He was like, I panicked. He said.
Well, goodbye my three crossbow bolts because I'm not getting them back because they just had a fireball go off on them.
And a grenade.
What?
No, the
Yeah.
grenade went off. Then I shot.
Oh.
I guess we're out of combat again.
Yeah.
We never really got into
Loot
combat
bodies.
there. Loot the bodies. What are we getting?
Let's see.
What's left?
Investigation.
Helping.
Investigation. 16.
You get 6 scimitars.
Write them down.
Yeah, bro.
2 great axes.
Oh, that's quite great.
It's probably from the ogres.
Yeah.
And
Maybe as well.
2 long swords.
That will be the hobgoblins.
And 2 shields.
Shiny.
Once again, the hobgoblins.
Oh, and you get 2 chainmails as well.
I'm not good with chainmail.
I don't wear armour. My wisdom modifier is better than any medium armour.
Derek.
Yeah, hold these, Derek.
No, bag of holding.
True that. Derek, we got work for you again.
It's just like
I like work.
money. This is a money-making scheme if ever we have.
Go out adventuring, pick everything up, make magic from it.
Once again, resume hiding and looking out.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually sit down for 10 minutes this time and
Yeah, okay.
fix my gun.
27 stealth, for 23 perception.
Chainmail.
23
Yeah,
perception.
no, I'm never ever.
Are you scouting
put
ahead,
chainmail on.
basically?
I'm basically setting a perimeter around, keeping watch for him whilst he's doing mending his pistol.
Yeah,
Right.
equally, I'm just sat there keeping an eye on Titch, making sure he's okay.
How long does it take? 10 minutes?
10 minutes,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, nothing
unfortunately.
happens within 10 minutes. You did it so quietly, then they're not aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to have a look at where the tracks...
I'm gonna find the ogre tracks
Yeah.
and follow them back to the camp.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a survival check on the ogre tracks?
Sure. No, actually, because they're quite large.
Okay, good.
How many key points do I have to spend again?
For your
55.
level, so you're 4.
You'll be either
4
4 or
points.
5.
Okay, so I'm 2 down at the moment.
Let me
So
just
you're
double
4
check for
levels
you.
monk, 1 level cleric, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4. It's 1 per level, I believe, and you get key points unlocked at level 2. It's similar to
Yeah.
sorcery points.
Yeah, it is exactly 1 per level. So yeah, you've got 4, I've got 5.
Right. Okay. Are you roll stealth, Dan?
Yep. That's an 8. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. So Dan's gonna go on ahead. I think he said. Did you?
I will do when I reckon he's getting close to finishing up.
Okay.
I'll leave like markers.
Okay.
It's like some prearranged marker for them.
So you travel the road for another 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Eventually, you do get to like an impasse. So there's a right and a left.
Nice.
Like I said, following the ogre tracks.
So you go left.
I'm wanting to follow these tracks back to their camp.
After about another 2 or 3 minutes, the tracks go into the forest.
Yep, follow them in.
Yeah. Okay. Roll survival again. And roll stealth again.
That is for the survival 24,
Yeah.
and for the stealth a 24.
Okay. So yeah, you can keep. I was changing it for the terrain difference,
Yeah.
and so yeah, you're fine. In fact, you're better than fine.
I'm guessing we've caught up.
If you're running and you assume that you're safe, then yeah, you would have caught
Because
up.
my natural movement is 40.
But you're moving
As is
slower,
mine.
Yeah. That's why I said my natural movement is 40.
so you would have caught up eventually. So I'd say about now it's been about 10 minutes.
Yeah, cool. Caught up.
Okay. Another 5-10 minutes off the road.
Yeah.
But now that you two have caught up, stealth. But he's keeping an eye on tracks, so you don't need to do that.
8, 9, 10, okay, 13.
Okay, Dad got 11, so it's not bad, but it's not good.
I'm rolling a box.
Yeah. 11 plus.
What was?
These boxes are brilliant, I love them.
Yeah, they really are nice.
11 plus 4, 15.
Okay.
I keep rolling on here and it's
Yeah,
literally
rolling.
dropping and sitting rather than rolling.
That's why I like it as well, is because it doesn't do that.
Their magical attacks reaches when range to a 15-foot square radius. Okay, I can stop them from hearing and I can stop them from seeing. But we can't see in as well.
That's darkness.
Yeah.
Darkness is filth.
There's a few things that counteract it.
Internal vision.
Dark
Uh,
vision.
And
No,
dark
no.
vision does not do. No. That's a different type of darkness.
True sight lets you see through it.
Sorry?
True sight lets you see through it, and
Yes.
magical light sources counter it.
And infernal vision that the warlock can get.
Yeah.
That's all I know, really.
Yeah, those are the only actual things that counteract it.
Yeah, it's a magical sort of
effect.
So,
yeah.
Based on those rules, I'm thinking what will happen. How far ahead are you, Dan?
I was scouting 3 or 4 minutes in advance of them.
So you're ahead of them by 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No, but they've caught up to you now as you're getting off the road, basically.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna keep following the ogre tracks, like I said.
And we're all together, are we?
Yeah.
Okay. After a couple of minutes, eventually you do see fires.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Perception check to see any lookouts, etc. That's a 12 from me.
A 12.
Yeah. That's what I see.
You see
I
figures,
see
basically.
nothing. 9 plus
9 perception, is it?
Yeah.
9 plus 8.
Jesus.
17.
2 9s are 18. Sound.
Dan, you see a couple of figures. You see
I see.
something similar, but maybe a bit more blurry. You can make outlines, and based on what you've seen so far, you can make guesses as to what they are.
Okay.
So,
What am I guessing at? And how are they set up?
let me just.
Do we have a tissue
I
saved
can't
over?
get tissue.
I'm just wondering because it's a bit easier than rubbing this stuff out with my hand. Thank you, Titch. It's fine.
Right, okay. So you can't see the exact locations, but I can give you numbers basically. Okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
I will relay everything very quietly to my friends.
So you see 12 small figures, which you're assuming are goblins.
12 goblins, yeah.
That's easy.
Well, this is
You know
their
what I just
camp.
did to them.
This is their camp, potentially their breeding ground as well.
You see four slightly larger, which they seem to be hobgoblins because of this red skin. And they seem to be relating orders to 12 goblins.
Okay.
So 4 hobgoblins,
Yeah.
12 goblins.
Yeah.
2 ogres, which seem to be relaxing in the back somewhere. They seem to be having a general chat about something.
Mm-hmm.
You see another 2 goblins, but they seem more experienced. They seem slightly larger as well. You see 1 hobgoblin that seems very intimidating, so larger than the other 4 hobgoblins.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the last one, roll a nature check.
This might not be my strength.
What type of xenology check is it?
Oh, plus 3. 11.
It's a big humanoid thing or
Cool.
something.
Now that she's pointed it out,
Yeah.
can I?
What, roll perception?
Yeah.
Roll.
To see what it is.
Okay. What, the big thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So nature, yeah?
How many
Yeah.
hobgoblins did you say, sorry?
So you've got 12 goblins, 4 hobgoblins,
Yeah.
2 ogres.
Hang on. Two ogres. It's just because I'm trying to get dice to mark them out.
18.
It's a troll.
Troll. Ugh. Troll! There's a troll in the town.
So it'll be 12 goblins,
Yeah, 12 goblins,
4 hobgoblins,
4 hobgoblins,
2
2 ogres, 1 troll,
one troll,
2 more experienced goblins,
and one very
and
experienced.
1 intimidating
Hobgoblin.
hobgoblin.
2 experienced goblins and 1 intimidating hobgoblin. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So regular gobbos, bigger gobbos,
You're missing one. Oh no, you're not.
hobgoblins, bigger hobgoblin, ogre, troll.
Okay.
I'll set it up for us, I guess.
How large is the camp?
It's very
Considerable.
large. It's about 60, 70 feet radius.
Yeah, it's not going to be a quiet one. This
No, there's a couple of campfires. They seem to be eating general
I'm just
wildlife.
trying to get numbers on the dice for you so you can number them.
Magic users and whether it would be worth doing the same silence trick and trying to take.
We don't
No.
know yet.
I would say that we just go in.
Hang on. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm just getting.
So this is the troll.
Yeah.
Troll's right in the centre.
Also, any structures.
No, like I said, it's all campfires. They've
Tents.
knocked out a couple of trees down just for like sitting and stuff like that.
Tentage?
Sorry?
Tentage?
Any side of the
nothing
children?
Like
Wow, so they're just sort of sleeping rough on the floor,
that.
is it?
Yeah.
Children that they said that,
Yeah.
that were kidnapped.
Containers of
Roll
any type?
perception.
Perception check for the children. That is a 23.
You see a couple of dead children.
Ouch.
A couple of dead children.
Any of them, Molly?
No, there's just 2 children corpses. But they look to be 6 to 10 years old.
Ouch. Not my job to tell parents.
Okay.
Our job to deal with the goblins.
These are the hobgoblins, are they? And these are the goblins. What are these?
Those are the bigger goblins.
No, okay. And then these are.
The ogres.
The ogres are over here talking.
Because
to
that's the bigger hobgoblin.
And that's the troll.
Yeah.
These are that's the experienced goblins, yeah?
Yeah.
Just checking out the perimeters.
So,
Um,
each on their own individual squares. I'm just moving them slightly.
Okay. Campfire here, campfire there. Probably a bit more closer than that.
And do you want to mark out any bonfires and logs?
Sure.
It's just because technically they are terrain of a different kind.
Do you have a pen?
Should be around here somewhere there. Just
So campfire here. Campfire
that's not a dice you're using.
here, but they're just sitting around it. Campfire here.
Any logs anywhere?
That this guy sitting on.
What direction are we approaching from? I've just left the models there from the last time.
I'm trying to remember. So you went to the left, you went up, so you would be inconveniently.
This is. Let's just say that this is north.
Here.
So we're coming from this direction.
And yeah, you're way further down here somewhere.
I'm up in the head. Slightly.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
So do we all know which markers are which?
Like she would have been able to say general vicinities and stuff like that, but not like 100%.
Yeah.
So this is just for players' sake that you don't know 100% where everyone's location is.
Yeah. But I take it I know the closest one.
You can see probably these ones and this guy here, and then you just see this huge hulking figure over here.
Okay. I'm guessing we're in initiative.
They haven't seen you yet. So
Okay,
technically
I'm
you're
going
not
to
on combat.
stealth up.
I'm gonna keep. I'm going to motion that I'm going to head towards this log. Like where does tree line end as well? Actually, that's a good point.
I'm going to stealth.
Tree line.
Yeah.
I'm going to stealth up to here. Okay.
No, the tree line probably here.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to stealth up to there.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna.
then I'm going to throw a grenade. Here and here. Both at the same time.
Like Stuart said, you don't actually know what this stuff
No,
is.
but now he's close to roll
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah.
And now you're close to roll perception.
I'm gonna roll perception.
So roll stealth as well.
Crap perception. +5 stealth. 8, 9, 10.
Perception. Perception's a natural 1, so
Yeah.
take it only see
So
what
you're
you
not
know.
seen, but you can't really see much beyond here, like I said.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
my stealth is 26.
Okay.
If you... Do you want to roll perception?
Have you moved up with us?
I'm trying to decide whether I should come in from the other direction.
Fair.
Like, do you want to keep just drawing the tree line and going around like that?
Yeah.
Something like a bit of a...
House.
That's
No.
all right.
Tidy. Yeah, cool. Okay.
I just want to use my skill to get behind
Like
that wall.
undercover roll...
Yeah.
Oh, you rolled stealth already, didn't you? What
Yeah.
did you get?
26.
Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
And
I'm still going to
shit,
throw the
just get in
grenades there and there, both
Okay.
at the same time.
Can I have moved around through the trees
Roll
to
stealth.
this point?
Oh no, actually, how far away are you?
Well, I'll be staying back until I move in closer
Yeah,
to
okay,
here.
so you're fine. So you roll
Yeah.
stealth once you get...
Yeah, okay.
A bit closer, sort of thing. Fair.
Try and stay in the centre of the square.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's fine. I don't need to roll stealth then.
Yeah,
I'm staying there for a second.
okay, and are you rolling perception?
Yeah, may as well.
Because this is what we
19.
know of.
Yeah, you see mostly everything. You even see all of
So-
what's
so-
happening here.
So
Through
Ty,
the-
Ty knows where the location of other...
So
Oh,
through the
everyone.
radios, can you relay that to us?
Not
Mm.
quietly, probably.
Whisper.
Does she know how to do that? Roll straight up intelligence and
Just
see.
whisper into it like that.
Yeah, no, but...
Nah, yeah, you would. Nah,
Nat 20.
Ah, that's what they're for.
Oh, yeah.
So we know...
I'm
all the other
guessing
locations?
where do you want Derek to be?
Oh God. Yeah. Where do we want Derek? There.
Yeah.
Because he's close enough, he'll have to roll stuff.
Yeah. He maybe followed me a bit more than everyone else because he said he kind of likes
Yeah.
me.
Don't
You're
know.
fine.
I don't know.
You rolled a 15. So
That's all right.
So you're okay.
Good. There we are. That's Derek from.
Can I see
from
what
Everly.
this big nasty's wearing and things, and what equipment he's carrying?
It's a troll, so
Any armour, any
No armor.
items?
So he is
let's see what he's
he's
wearing. He's
wearing
wearing natural armor.
nice and no armor. That's good to know.
It's not an armoured troll.
It's not. Good. Yeah, still off the back of that, I want to throw my grenade here and here both at the
Okay.
same time.
But it's best to relay the information to
Yeah.
you now, I think.
So everything within a 20-foot radius of those two spots needs to make DC
okay.
15
What?
checks, please.
See what else anyone else.
5, 10, 15, 20. That's those two.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'd argue that he could.
Yeah.
He's
He wouldn't
out.
be.
He's out. Those two are definitely taking
So
it.
it's those 4.
Those.
This one might take both.
That I've made it so that this one is unfortunately not catching that
one.
red one,
Mm-hmm.
but I know it's catching the ogre. Those two, those four, and those two, please.
Okay, but let's see what everyone else is doing first.
I'm
Yes.
probably just going to be shooting this guy and maybe this guy.
Okay.
And maybe that guy.
Yeah.
Or, like, it depends on if this guy
How
goes
well
down.
you do
And
those
then
two, yeah.
because these two are regular goblins, this one's one of the more experienced goblin, that's the more experienced hobgoblin.
Go for DC 15 then, I guess.
Derek will just probably cast greater invisibility on himself.
GG for greater goblin, a G. They're the
Ogres.
ogres.
That's the intimidating hobgoblin, and then that's the troll.
HI. That's a troll,
Yeah.
and these are
These
are the-
hobgoblins.
What's the biggest threat on this board?
Ogre, as far as I'm concerned.
troll.
Troll, rather. I meant,
Troll,
yeah.
because they
Troll,
regenerate
I meant.
health.
Yeah.
I
Troll,
can
I
only-
meant, yeah. Sorry. So yeah,
shall I?
if you got
I'm thinking of casting darkness on its loincloth so that it will stumble around in the dark until we're ready to deal with it.
It would still know where its legs are, and it would still
Yeah.
be able to walk out.
No, it's. I
It's
can
attached
cast
to
it so
its
attached to an
loincloth.
object. It would have to get naked. to get rid
Yeah,
of that.
but
It probably doesn't have the
I
intelligence.
think
to-
darkness casts in a location, not on a person.
Yeah.
It says about casting it on an object.
Oh,
An unobtained, an unintended object, maybe.
If the point you choose is on an object, you're holding a one that isn't being worn or carried.
worn or carried,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's
Yeah.
true. So,
Darkness on
sorry,
him
but I could put it on
might
the
be a
location.
decent idea while we pick the rest of them off.
Like I said, though, he would get out probably in a round because he would just go where'd that noise come from and just walk towards the general area that he lost.
But he is in darkness, so
Yeah.
he might just choose like the wrong direction and come out in the wrong place.
He may come out on the other side here, but
Exactly.
he would
so-
see then nothing wrong and he would walk around it because he would just see a big ball.
But it has given us a round and all that to deal with everything.
Yeah,
else,
yeah, I'm
so-
aware.
Because if I do cast darkness on this point, it's a 15-foot sphere, so it would.
It would catch a good chunk. Yeah, do it. I say.
Or I could. Well, yeah. Let's.
I say do it on him.
It gives us something that we can keep moving around.
15 takes it to there.
And 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Because I think me casting darkness would be a response to the grenades having gone in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I say do it. Yeah.
That's you now.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
remember that it also limits our view of him,
It does,
so we
yeah.
don't know what he's
No,
doing.
we don't.
Yeah, but
Good with bad. I mean, it gives us, as we say, chance to deal with everything else.
Yeah.
And then it's right.
Like my guy just generally doesn't make plans, so this is the first time he's done any sort of plan work. He normally just goes, screw the plan, I'm just going in and doing it my way normally.
equally, we can use this as cover.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like I said though, you do you because my guy will just roll with it.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going to do that.
I'm just
Cast
wondering if there's
darkness.
anything else other than greater visibility that Darren can do that's useful. I mean, he could polymorph something.
If you polymorphs me, I will find him and punch him.
Because you can continue to pick off these ones past
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
I can
I
You
do
can-
stuff in this
I've
direction.
stated that my intention is short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that order though, with making sure that this guy goes down before these two.
Yeah, you
Cool.
probably
Yeah,
can
so-
do it. So you go. We'll do yours. first.
DC 15.
Yeah, let me see. So, or are you hitting everything
So-
except
So
for
do
this-
these four.
Do these two first.
so the normal hobgoblin.
Normal got hobs first.
So the 11.
Do you want to just roll your damage, seeing as the damage doesn't change if they pass or fail?
So one passes.
And this is the first grenade that I'm doing. So
And these two, you're hitting this one.
these two, and
Yeah.
this one.
So
And these
that's
two as well.
That's a regular goblin.
Yep.
And these two as well.
So
Hang on. And then which one? Two. Those two. This one and that one.
both of them,
Both of them. So that is
the ogre and
the
menacing.
Oh, no, it's the troll and the menacing hobgoblin.
Fails.
Yeah. Boom.
And here was
On him.
on him.
On him. Yeah.
And then the second grenade's going one.
And the second grenade is here.
So all of the goblins
So
are two.
all of him,
Yeah.
all of them, the ogre, and all of them.
The troll once again.
The troll, the white one. I get it right eventually.
There's a troll in my kitchen. What is me gonna do?
Don't you ought to know? Proceed to die. This is why grenades are filthy. They work hordes.
It's really nice to not have died yet this this time.
When did you die?
I died in the last one, falling down some stairs.
Oh yeah, you did. With me.
And I went down in the first
Well,
session. as well.
you went down. You didn't die. You
Oh
went
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Okay.
I was on
Okay.
saving
So
throw.
roll damage.
Cool. Now I'm going to roll damage.
Yeah.
Going down is different to dying. Trust me, if you're dead, it's worse.
10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 21.
21 you said.
Yeah. Half to 10 and a half. Are you up or down?
Sorry? Down.
Down,
So
so that's 10.
So that's these ones on this side.
Yeah, I'm doing. This is this grenade.
So that's that grenade.
Yeah,
down.
that's that grenade.
So
Goblin, I presume, is dead.
that one's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, these two, I presume.
These are the hobgoblins.
Which is what was rolled down.
Half was 10.
So one dies, one lives.
Cool.
It doesn't matter which one. 4, 3.
Not really.
The red guy then.
Richest intimidating hobgoblin.
Nice.
He passed. So
he's taking 10.
okay.
Ogre is also taking... Troll is also taking 10.
Yeah.
Or, not 10, but taking the damage as well.
Yeah. You get past.
Second grenade, which is for that.
Yeah.
So the majority of the goblins are 2 intimidating goblins
Yeah.
and the troll.
Not quite as good, unfortunately. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in total.
Yeah. Half is
9.
Yeah.
So
Don't make me math. I'm amazing at it. I'm amazing at doing math really quickly.
So
the answer won't be
these
right though.
are dead.
Yeah.
Regular goblins.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Intimidating goblins. Oh no, these are hobgoblins. So
Yeah.
hobgoblins, are they alive or dead?
No, they both failed, so they're both dead.
Dead.
Troll.
Troll.
He passed. So what's
So
that?
9.
Okay.
And
He doesn't
Did
have to.
it? no, unfortunately, but it's probably shattered this tree trunk because that's 2 grenades that have gone off for it now.
Probably. So
So-
it's not
No
such a
more
big one.
trouble. No.
But you
more
hit the
trouble.
2 ogres as well.
Did you say one of them?
You
was
would have hit one of them,
sitting
not
on
both
the
of
block?
them.
Oh yeah, sorry, one of them as well.
It's only the one that would have gotten
Yeah.
hit.
So he passed.
He passed, so he
Yeah.
takes 9.
Okay, so down to 6. Okay.
He's still alive, I'm guessing.
Ogre 2 wouldn't have taken any
Happy
damage.
days. But yeah, there we go. I'm guessing I get to finish up my attack, or
Yeah, you can
with
do
my
it.
pit. I mean, that would be 1 attack. That would be 2 attacks. Then
Does
pistolero. Boom.
the pistolero affect off of grenades?
No, it doesn't.
Does the grenade use an action or bonus action?
Uses an action.
So
1
would have been
attack, 2 attack.
Extra attack.
Pistolero. Boom.
So it wouldn't be the pistolero wouldn't kick in because of the fact
you
that it was
use 2.
pistol
You
attacks.
use your action to use two grenades.
A bit like how crossbow X, but
Yeah.
only works if I hit with a crossbow hit that I
Okay.
can use
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
crossbow third.
Have a quick look. Wield 2 pistols, 1 in either hand, and make a bonus attack with the second one. Yep, cool. Yeah.
So you have to attack with the
Yeah.
pistol to get the bonus attack. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit like
Yeah, there we go.
Poland's master says you can
Yeah.
use it back if you use the main weapon to
that
attack.
makes sense. Yeah, no. Let's kill things for me now.
Okay.
Things
Yeah.
are right in front
So
of
my
me.
shots from the supply round. So first of all against the greater goblin.
Yes.
Not hobgoblin, greater goblin.
Yeah.
That is a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Second shot on him. Nope. And I can't do crossbow expert.
Okay. And then Beth's done her action, hasn't she?
That was with advantage.
To everyone.
Ouch. Now we're on initiative, yes?
I'm just crossing out everything.
Yeah, everything that died. That thinned the herd.
Oh yeah, this has made this account up
22.
Yeah.
much more. acceptable.
Don't forget that you are maintaining concentration.
Yeah.
So you
drop
can't
it
you can't use another
Oh.
concentration spell, and if you take damage, you need to make a Constitution save to see if you keep concentration.
So I
of
have
the spell.
3 goblins left.
But you can drop it whenever you like.
14.
You've got 3 goblins, the 2 greater goblins, the 2 ogres, the troll, the greater hobgoblin, and 1 hobgoblin.
Hobgoblins. I have none.
1
Oh, 1 there.
and 1 greater hobgoblin.
Yeah, sorry about
So I'm just working this out now. There's too many types.
that. That's the joys of a bigger encounter, I guess, isn't it?
Okay.
Lots of tracking.
They're
We helped you out
still
then.
alive.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the...
I'm going to make the greater hobgoblin, the normal hobgoblin, a bit easier to see compared to the goblins.
Yeah, because all the big green dice now. are
Goblin
goblins.
bosses is both still there.
And I can change that to an orange just to make it a bit easier to tell that they're all the same type of goblin.
Wasn't it here?
No, it would have been there. Yeah.
Hobgoblin captain is still alive.
Yeah, everyone did hear that explosion, though. So.
Huh?
Everyone did hear that damn big fucking explosion. though.
They're awake, but they're looking in now at this
Yes.
massive dark sphere that's just popped up in the middle of the camp, and these explosions that happen.
This is very true, so...
They're like,
What the fuck?
I'd say they were distracted.
Can I
Go
have
to, hopefully.
22 for my initiative.
Yeah, 22.
14. I rolled crap.
10.
10.
I rolled crapper.
Oh no.
Derek got 19, so that's pretty good.
What? Derek rolled better than me!
Yeah, it's a shame.
Oh, trust me, in Tim's company, my paladin had
Yeah.
my paladin had a -1 on his initiative score. I was still going before most of the people with +4 on on decks.
And I'll go this in order, so
I'm right,
down
okay.
first.
Dan, Stu.
I'm fine, thank you.
Cool.
Derek second.
Is it safe to say that these enemies still don't quite figure out where this attack is coming from, so they're not going to immediately...
The grenades, they would have seen where they came from.
How? It's dark.
The people outside of the darkness would have seen it.
So they know the direction of Titch.
Roughly.
Oh, good, I put myself in the right place.
It's fine, I can hold myself off. I'll just shoot them at close range, it'll really fucking hurt.
True.
Boof. Boof. Or I'll just go boof, rifle in my hand, go on, fuck off. I need to fix bayonet, don't I? I get to say the guard thing. Fix bayonets, clank.
Charge!
Yeah.
Fix bayonets! Charge!
Oh well, I'm dead on the way there.
Who am I missing?
I don't know.
Me?
I'm missing hobgoblins.
Oh.
So that they are here.
I just realised how big that paladin miniature is.
How big what?
The paladin miniature is.
Oh, yeah, okay, it is.
Is it by he's like 7 or 8 foot though, so
Yeah, I know, but I've just realised how big it is compared to the monk, who's also meant to be the same base as that paladin.
So Dan is first.
Jumping over the log.
Knifing him up.
Short, punch. Depending on how it is, but that's 5 foot movement.
On the goblin boss.
Greater goblin, yeah.
Kill him.
I presume, I'm just wondering here if I've still got an advantage on attacks because I'm technically from stealth.
For the first hit.
Okay, that's a 16 to hit then.
Miss.
Second shot. Nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah, hits.
Probably dead.
Yeah, because it's a crit. That's a 25 doubled.
25 damage doubled.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Oh, no, sorry. 12 plus 5. That's 29 damage.
29.
No, 29 base damage. So.
That's he dead.
So that's from the 2 shots. Third shot, I'm going to shoot off that way.
Towards the regular goblin.
Yep. That's a 16 to hit.
Hits.
That is only 8 damage.
Dead.
And then I'm going to use 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 flurry of blows for
This
the key
goblin.
point. Yeah.
Probably dead.
I just need to remove one of them out of there so I know how much key I've got. First attack from flurry of blows is a 26.
Hit, yeah.
Yeah. Just going to assume that...
He's 7 HP, he's dead.
Yeah. Because that's plus 7 on top of that 10. Yeah, that I've got 5 foot of movement, so there, move towards the ogres.
That's your turn.
Yep.
Is it? Derek next.
Plus
Derek,
2
kill the one
AC,
right by here,
for
man.
attack.
Oh god, he's walking up to him. He's gonna miss.
Don't forget he's invisible.
I got greater invisibility on.
Oh, he's
He's
fine,
going
okay.
to shove his arm through the thing.
Yeah. Hey, bitch, I'm over here. Or am I over here?
Those are advantage.
Or maybe I'm up here.
You just got a crit.
I need invisibility. I can climb all over them.
But my
There it is.
Oh god. Okay. So
Did he roll bad?
no.
Oh.
He did get a crit, but you rolled 1s and 2s.
Are you fucking
I know.
fanny?
Yeah,
You
that's it.
fucking fanny. You had
so-
one job.
So 2.
Yes, to chant all the crap magic. Well, the crap
Yeah.
items, be fine.
Jesus.
16.
And that's why he's enchanting them all, because when he fucking hits, he doesn't do shit.
So that's the
Hobgoblin. Yes, he's dead.
Good. That's a shame.
8, 5, 10, 15. He can get there.
He's charging the big ones?
He can't see the big ones. He sees a globe of darkness.
So
Or
he's
can he?
charging that?
No, he's just standing outside it.
Or can he see through it?
Don't know.
Ooh, a massive sphere of darkness. I haven't seen one of those in several years.
Our hobgoblin's gone. Yes.
2 at the back, isn't
The
there?
ogres.
Ogres.
hobgoblins are dead.
We've
I'm
got
scared of them a little bit as
we've
well.
got one goblin, one greater goblin, troll, ogre, and greater hobgoblin left.
Yeah. I'm scared of the ogres a little
Goblin
bit as well.
bosses. There's one
I'm more
here.
scared of the trolls.
Oh
and the
god,
ogres.
yeah, definitely. But ogres can be
Because the troll regens health and can't die unless it's fire damage.
30.
That's fine, that's what piercing hot bullets are for. That's a type of fire, right?
No, it's actual fire. If only I had magic fists, which I don't yet.
I know.
Next level, I get magic fists. And magic,
gonna
and all
throw
my
a-
weapons count as magic
throw
for
a
overcoming damage
javelin.
resistances.
You're about to get javelin.
Are you getting the javelin thrown at you? Oh,
Good.
right.
Does 19 hit?
No, 23. I'm going to use my reaction to grab it and chuck it back at him.
Okay.
With the same method. Whoosh.
That is a key point to do that. Yeah. And then I send the missile back at him. So it's a dex weapon, yeah?
Yes.
That is a 22.
Yeah.
That's a 32 to. No, that's a. Yeah, 32 to hit.
Then it does the javelin damage, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, what's the dice? Because I technically roll it.
1d6.
Because it's at my damage for ranged weapons.
And it just keeps the momentum going
Cool.
a little bit.
Yeah, basically I grab it, spin around and go.
Oh yeah.
That is
4.
no plus 7, so that's 11 damage to him.
So 15.
Ow.
That's one of the greater goblins, so he may be still living.
Oh, he's probably
He's the man.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
Is he bloodied?
No.
Okay, so he's got more than 22 HP. Because bloodied is below half.
Oh, how much did you do? 11?
Yeah.
Math's wrong. Yeah, he is bloodied.
Okay, he's got less than 22 max HP.
Oh, he's halfway there, that's good.
Well, he's at halfway or under, so he's got 11 or less
That was
HP.
Greater Goblin. Captain.
Using key points is good.
God. He.
How to determine which way he goes?
What one first? The grenades.
The grenades, yes.
The grenades went first, then darkness.
Yes.
So he would walk this direction, and then Derek would get an attack of opportunity.
Because he's great invisible, so he doesn't know that Derek's there.
Hit him like a fucking freight
Another
train.
crit.
Oh jeez, go on Derek. Roll.
Good ones and twos.
Yeah, 1s and 2s in your watch.
Oh, okay. So let's see. So
How much?
hang on, I'm working it out now.
Okay, sorry.
16.
This is the guy who only took one grenade, isn't it?
14.
Unfortunately.
And he's a hobgoblin, so he's got even. But a greater hobgoblin,
Yeah.
so he's got even more HP.
Yeah, I wanted the horde gone as well as damage on.
Yeah.
So.
I don't mind too much about the horde, I can deal with hordes
I
generally.
mean, yes, but when there are a lot of bigger guys like this as well, I'd
Yeah.
rather get rid of the horde. So
Oh,
we're
plus-
not
No,
worried.
I agree completely, but
Yeah,
I
I can pick them off as well. I can look
Yeah.
at them dead, 3 shots and potentially 3 dead. But
You just see a wind blade with thunder lightning just fucking smash into the ground. He's gone.
good job, Derek.
Ouch.
He did 41 damage on a crit.
Fucking duck. Damn. How are you doing crits again? Is it double the dice? Is
Yeah,
it
double
the
dice.
dice? Cool. Yeah.
That's how I've always done it.
Fair. Yeah. No.
It's either double the dice or double the amount of dice
you
roll.
rolled. Yeah.
Fair. One of the other groups is you hit for maximum amount of damage on rolls plus bonuses,
Alright.
and you get a roll on top of it.
Alright, okay.
So for example, mine would be 2d8 plus 7, which is 8, 16 plus 7 makes it 25,
Whatever.
and then
Yeah.
plus a roll on top.
Yeah, so Hobgoblin Captain is
Filthy.
dead. Ogres are next. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I couldn't do a duck into cover.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that though. I was literally just 5 foot out of being able to get into cover, which is an acrobatics check to do a stealth roll and jump in behind the
15
slot.
doesn't hit, I'm assuming.
15, no. I've got 23
Oh, that's a
AC.
4, so it's not going to hit. Okay, that's that.
Because it hits someone with a melee attack, I get plus 2 AC.
And now I can see them.
Titch is next.
I am. Oh, yes. 5, 10, 15, and it's nice duck and cover behind that. So
Yeah, okay.
after every shot, I essentially duck to quick load, boom, back up.
Yeah,
Up.
okay.
Yeah, essentially, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
First one on this, and I will be using my rifle.
Okay.
Just as a note, for that one, it will probably be at disadvantage because you're shooting through me.
I can see him as well if needs
Yeah.
must, but yes.
I'm just stating.
Oh yeah. Just checking my misfire on my rifle. It is a 1 that it misfires on. Bloody hell. Okay, so plus 10 to the roll, making it a 21 to hit.
Yeah, hit.
Cool. That's 2d10 and lightning and fire on these. Oh, come here, you swine.
I'm wondering if I said the 1 or the 2 you said then.
1.
Well, number 1.
Okay, so.
Oh damn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Plus.
Oh yeah, plus 7, 8, 2, 8, 16, so that's 15 in total.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, nice. This one then,
That is the Hobgoblin? No, the Greater Goblin.
Yeah, great.
8 plus 10 puts it on 18.
Yep.
7, 8, 9, 10, 18.
He was bloodied when he
There
took
he's
11.
dead.
18 plus 7, and my third shot, would you say I can?
Not through the darkness.
No, you are seeing
Corner.
through darkness.
Corner to corner. Yeah, I'm
It's
seeing through darkness
yeah.
there. So I will hold my... No, because...
You can't hold a bonus.
No, I'm not holding a bonus.
It's a bonus action on the third shot.
No, because I can go boom, piss...
You can't hold the
Shoot.
attack once you've used the attack action.
No, I can't.
Because you're using your attack and then you used your bonus action to do the bonus. So
The
you
third
can't-
shot is always the bonus action.
Yeah, cool. Nothing.
I mean, you could hit Dan.
You could attempt to hit the one behind me. It's at disadvantage to hit it.
This
Though.
is true. Yeah.
I hit Dan. Oh no, well it's actually half cover technically, isn't it? It's not disadvantage.
Well, yeah, half cover. So you roll a d100 on a 50 or less, it hits me. On a 51 and above, you hit the target. If you roll a successful hit, so you roll to hit. If it's successful, you then roll a d100.
Thought you just added AC. AC is added.
Half cover is 50% chance to hit. I thought.
21 to hit it.
That hits, but let's see. I need to centralize. If we're doing it with Dan's way. But
I believe that's how cover
I think
works.
it's just it adds AC.
Let me just have a look at cover.
I've seen it adds AC before prior to now.
Like I said, it may be
Yeah,
older editions
yeah.
getting stuck in my head though.
Potentially, yeah.
That isn't Hawk. So he's on 13 AC.
I hit him like twice. Not quite.
Cover page 196.
You'll have nothing to pick off. Yeah.
The troll's
That's
still
fine. You just need to concentrate until he actually gets out.
Well, we'll see what he
Yeah.
comes in the order.
Yeah.
If I go before,
If
then
the target is
I'm
half
dropping
cover, he
the
gets a
darkness
plus
and
2 AC
charging
bonus
Really?
and
to inflict wounds.
a plus 2 bonus to AC and dex saves. A target has half cover if an object blocks at least half of its body, the obstacle. If it's 3/4 cover, it's plus 5 bonus, and a total bonus cannot be target.
There we go.
So it's
plus
18
2.
plus.
Yeah, so you
So
do damage.
yeah, cool. So 21, yeah. And that is, call it,
That's an 8, I think.
Yeah,
Nice.
cool. 8, 10,
It's gone.
13.
It's gone.
Boom.
So you've got a goblin and a troll left.
Yeah.
Who's next in the order?
So that was. It's you.
Me.
Yeah.
So I can
We
move
dealt with
diagonally
this
across
quite well.
spaces as well.
Yeah. So that would be
Yeah.
count as 1. Move
Five,
by
10,
5.
Despite
15,
the fact that the kids are dead.
25,
Yeah.
30, 35, 40. So I can move 40 right into this.
You can just
dropping the darkness as I go.
Yeah, if you really want to.
And then it did him like oh fucking hell.
Inflict wound.
Oh shit.
Make a melee spell attack.
I'm probably going to be using my special bolts against the troll
14
because they do
7.
fire damage.
Oh, puts it on a dirty 20.
Yeah. What a troll is it? You're hitting the troll.
21. Yeah.
So you've gone into the darkness.
I've dropped the darkness
Oh.
while running.
Oh yeah,
21 to hit, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hits.
I'm probably going to be using my special bolts of light fire because fire damage. It's needed for the troll.
Try not to get in its way though, because it means that I got a clean shot to it as well. I'd
Yeah.
rather not give it more AC than it's already got.
So it's...
Yeah, well, I'm going to be literally just going to.
Oh yeah. for sure.
Like, there's no
Yeah,
point in me
oh,
doing
yeah.
it any other way.
I mean, flanking it would be awesome. I mean, I can get position on it if needs must as well.
Well, technically, I would have flanking on it, so.
Yeah. I mean, I like I say, I can move around to get good position on it.
Was it fire, lightning, and...
Fire and lightning, that's all.
Fire, lightning plus the D6.
Well, if you're fine. If you're fine with me, with moving around, I'll go to there then.
Yeah, I'll move around, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So this is the melee
I've got
attack.
I got 30
Just do
move.
totals.
6, 7, 8, 9 plus the 3d10.
Here's 2.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 9. 21.
21.
Jesus, you took damage.
How's he looking?
Not bloodied, but almost to that point.
Cool.
So hard.
It's looking a bit rough.
I'm taking a hit.
It's the troll's turn. It's the troll's turn.
Don't
now.
sound so happy about it.
What's your AC?
My AC.
No, Beth.
So-
Beth and Ties.
Tight, yeah.
So you see him sort of like recover slightly. You see the wounds slowly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Knitting back
Stitch
together.
themselves back up.
Because trolls, man.
He's going to attack the only person as he can see in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So 14 plus.
He literally just did flying sucker punch.
What's 14 plus 7? 21. Just 21 hit.
Hit.
Yeah, ouch.
Okay, I'll do 3 in a row. That doesn't hit. That doesn't hit. So only the bite hits. Which
Oh
is,
no, you got bitten.
that's
That's
a
going to be like
punch.
D6.
A hand of blowing black energy just flying through the air with a person behind it.
I had already stopped. Oh, it is. You take 8
Next
damage.
next
8 damage. Oh, that's
alright.
not too bad.
Oh,
Damage.
well, it's not lower than I thought.
35.
Right.
That is its go. The goblin is going to run away.
Shit itself.
Goblin's going to run away.
In a good position to shoot it while it goes as well.
Don't forget the darkness isn't there.
Oh, the darkness isn't there. In that case, can I reaction?
No, you'd have to hold your action and then call the.
The problem with ranged attacks is that you don't get attacks of opportunity.
It's not an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
I can see it trying to run away.
But you
Yeah,
don't.
it's called attack of opportunity. You can only do attack of opportunity if it's in your threat range and it leaves it, and it's not standing next to you.
It is in my threat range.
No,
Is it ranged?
it's like 5 feet.
Range weapons
Melee.
don't hold threat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid. They
Yeah.
should.
They'd be
Especially a gun.
They used to at short range,
Ugh.
but not their long
broken. So it's
range.
going that way.
Okay, that's still in my range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's Dan's go.
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as I'm going forwards
Pum, pum.
Okay.
with my special light bolts. Because it's facing that way, do I have advantage due to flanking with the shots?
Not in range, but in melee, yes.
Okay. First shot is a 24 to hit because I'm not doing sharpshooter.
Yeah, hits.
So that's a d6 plus 2d4. The white is lightning, the green is fire. So that is. So 9 piercing, 4 lightning, 4 fire.
Total.
9, 13, 17.
Okay.
Second shot is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
That is 15 total.
Yeah.
Third shot is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
And then key point, punch. That is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
D6 plus D8. Plus 7 is 11.
Yeah.
This is no fire damage, by the way.
Okay.
Second one from Flurry of Blows is a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
It isn't a crit though. That is 20 damage.
It's done.
Okay.
Nice.
It's down, but it isn't dead because it isn't fire damage that downed it.
No.
No?
It stops regenerating if it takes fire damage on that turn.
Ah, okay.
So it took
It
it
is
took,
dead.
took it to the previous turn.
There we go, perfect.
Just the lone goblin
But we're
left.
still in combat because of the
Because
goblins.
of that one
Yeah.
goblin.
Fine,
so
Go
is
is
it?
I
it?
feel
Derek's turn.
What has he got? He's got a fireball that's in range. I'm serious.
He's in the tree line now, so it'll
Doesn't
be in
matter.
cover, won't it?
30.
It's fireball.
Yeah, I suppose, so long as he knows the general direction.
Yeah, boof, dead.
He doesn't really want to boost his spell.
Doesn't know his spell, he's got like 2 minutes.
He can go for it. He's the last goblin. We're going to have a long
We're gonna
rest
have a long
amongst the
rest.
corpses of our enemies.
Yeah, I agree with
You're
that.
just like, you're all egging him on. Go on, Derek. You
Kill
do
it.
We've got a lovely...
He's been great this fight. He's taken out like
Yeah.
5 guys so far,
He's
and
a-
he did clean up in the other fight as well. He's been great.
He's earned his keep today. Fair
Yeah.
play.
Just,
Go Derek, go Derek, go
Not
go
that,
Derek.
not quite that good yet.
I'm making it. I'm gonna cheer him on. I'm doing the like little cheerleader dance with pretend pom poms with my fists.
I have a question. Did we leave our fighter with Amy?
the fighter's dead.
He's not dead.
Let's say he's resting.
Resting, yeah.
He's protecting the
Yeah.
town in case they get attacked by goblins.
Yeah, he's resting because he did so much
You
in
don't
our last
see-
session.
You don't see it happen, but you see a lightning bolt just
A
go that
high-pitched
way.
squeak.
Yeah, and it's just a fried goblin. And then you just hear, oh, that's tidy, innit?
Loot the bodies.
Loot the bodies. What are we getting?
Yeah, what
Investigate.
toys are we getting?
Yeah, I
Fuck
don't.
me,
I don't
yeah.
technically investigate.
14.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with your roll
8.
because I got a 5.
8.
17.
Do you know what's
Nice.
good?
17.
Do you know what's good, though? And I'm not going to tell you, because you
Ooh, wow.
bless.
Plus, it applies to ability rolls and saving throws.
Oh, yeah.
This is an ability check.
Yeah, it is. Nice.
So you would have a d4 to everyone, basically, because it affects up to 3 targets.
Oh, wow. How long does Bless last?
It's 1 minute concentration, I believe.
Nice.
It's
I
a
haven't even
It
gone into
applies
my
to
spell
attack.
slots.
Do you want to bless everyone quick? And
Just
then we'll have a
yeah,
look.
Beth, just so you're aware of it, it's plus 1d4 to attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. So it's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bless is broke. Damn. Okay.
Yes, for the first level, yeah, it's one of the best.
And then
first
each
levels.
level above, you get an additional target, which doesn't scale that good.
Jesus. It's alright.
I'll bless
Yeah, it's
myself.
alright,
Yeah.
for sure.
You can
It
bless,
does, it's
you
not
can bless
the
other
best
people.
skill.
No,
No, just bless
no, I
yourself.
want to.
Oh, come on.
You're adding 1d4 to your 14 or whatever it is.
Oh, this is one.
So,
Come on,
plus your
everybody.
investigation mod.
Go on.
Well, I've only
Oh.
got what, 9? Did I say?
Yeah. No, 5.
I'm
Oh yeah, 5. And
18
you got
with that
9.
Okay.
I got an 8.
So you've got 12 scimitars and short bows.
Oh,
Hang on,
12,
let
so that's
us-
25 total scimitars.
5 scimitars.
And how, did you say short bows as well?
Yeah,
12.
12.
7, 19.
4 long swords.
Ooh.
To 6 long swords.
Derek's making his money.
2 great axes.
Up to 4 great axes.
2 plus 1 scimitars.
Ooh.
The only reason why I'm keeping those special ones that I had Derek make earlier is because I generally won't take of any of this. Like
1 plus 1 great sword.
general money, I say is always money that goes towards rations for the group and such things, or if someone really needs it for a magic item that they really want.
Makes sense.
Because I waste carpool money,
That's why
basically.
I've got a lot
The
of
troll has
money.
a
Can
pouch.
use mass.
A pouch.
A pouch.
A pouch.
A
That's why I
pouch.
want to just keep some
Can we
stuff
look
for
in the
myself every
pouch?
now and again.
So,
What is in the pouch?
So, how are you
Well,
looking
Beth-
into the pouch?
Yeah, Beth's.
You're opening it. Okay. You find like random like debris of sludge and like decomposing child and
Anything else in there? I'm gonna have a feel.
you see
around.
something.
No,
You see
Molly,
something
Molly,
shiny.
I'm gonna have a feel.
You see
around.
Shiny.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
well.
see something
Shiny.
Are you gonna grab into it? Or
Well,
is it
she's
the
holding the
sort of
bag, so
thing-
she
Yeah.
gets priority.
I will have a look at what this shiny object
So you're
is.
literally
You're
putting
gonna
your hand into
Put your
it.
hands into it.
Oh
Or
no,
you're
should
gonna
I
look-
upend it on the ground?
Oh.
I'm going to upend this nonsense on the
that
ground.
also makes sense.
So you get flailing fingers and stuff like that on the floor and sludge, and on one of the fingers is a ring.
Ooh,
shiny.
ring, what's its worth? Or
It may be a family heirloom.
Or
can I do an investigation or a check it to see what's
So what normally can you do? See if it's magic up first.
arcane?
Arcana would be for magic. Insight or history would be to see if there's any recognisable family heirlooms.
Plus
Say
Arcana,
maybe
which is
insignias
plus
on there.
18.
5, 6, 7, 8, nice.
18.
18. On what?
Arcana.
On Arcana, it's magical.
It's a
Ooh,
magical
shiny.
ring.
Magic ring. Can we tell what type of magic it is?
Only food detect magic or identify. Arcana would literally
Let's
just
just
tell you if
say
it's
it's magical or not.
And,
It ups charisma. It ups charisma.
and Arcana can also identify spells being cast if you witness a spellcaster casting.
Anything else come out of the
No, just the ring.
Any other shinies?
No, just
Anything
the ring.
else?
No, just the ring.
So we've got all the items we're going to loot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is there anything we can get off of these corpses for nature?
They're
Anything
just-
that
they're just
go
Like
up?
goblins.
The
and
only
that.
thing
We
that
can
will probably
skin them and wear them as
roll
loincloths?
roll a nature check.
Oh, I'm not going to be named.
The only closest thing would be to skinning the troll hide, would be my opinion.
14.
You have heard that certain troll elements are
Glands.
quite wanted. So things like glands, the heart.
Do you want me to do some survival on it?
Yeah,
Survival check.
I wouldn't be any good at that. My survival. Oh, it's plus 5, mind.
Same here.
Nah.
Do you want to do it then? And I'll aid you?
I'll help you.
Okay. That's a 19.
You get 2 troll glands. And you get 1 troll heart.
Once again, you can keep them for the vat.
Well, it's all going into the
Yeah,
pool
that.
here. The only thing I might have decided to slip into my pocket would have been the magic ring, but
You might as well.
I emptied the pouch and you saw it happen,
Yeah,
so...
But you could always just take it. Like, I would say that's finder's fee.
Well, we'll see what it
That's
does.
that's my opinion, is finder's fee. Like, you get first dibs, basically, if you want to.
We'll see what it does. If it's helpful to counteract some of this nonsense on my head, then...
Are you going to put it on?
No. I am definitely...
She's learned her lesson.
Once bitten, twice insane.
Can I look? You going to let me
I'm
look?
going to have a look at the magic ring. Yeah, it's in our joint
Yeah.
inventory.
Again, she's told me it's magic, yes?
Yes. Do you have an attunement slot for it?
No. Do I shit?
No. Then you don't.
It refuses...
Do I?
You know it
Cool.
uses an attunement slot.
If you attune to it, you identify it automatically.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
Guys, are we taking a long rest here?
Like I said, Ty would get first
Yes.
dibs.
Oh yeah, but let's
It's
try
around,
and
it's
find
around
a way
11,
out.
12 p.m. then.
Let's get...
Let's take a long rest.
Let's set up.
We'll go back to town and have that appraised tomorrow. Let's have a long rest here.
Yeah.
so
Let's
I can
go a
and
bit
safe.
further out of the clearing that we just
I
destroyed,
agree.
and there could be returning bands coming back.
I agree.
Yes, there's some returning bands that could come back though.
Derek suddenly appears out of nowhere.
Huh?
Like,
Oh,
hello! I was standing here, but you didn't see me.
again.
We've got some work for you overnight, Derek.
Lots of work here.
Oh, actually, that's point detect magic.
Yeah, detect magic.
Oh, wait.
He does have it.
Did you ask? Are you asking me,
Yeah.
Derek?
Oh, yeah.
Well, detect
What does
magic.
this ring do?
Oh, I could do more than that. I can identify it.
Then do that.
Okay, he's going to use identify.
Then
You
do
know,
it.
he's not that bright. He doesn't know what you
no,
say.
it's not.
It is a ring of regeneration.
Oh!
But it does have carrots. It's like a homebrew item, basically.
Have you got the information for it?
I don't.
Damn you.
Cause
Roughly off the top of your head?
No, I do have the item,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
don't have the item card.
No. So yeah.
So basically, it's an attunement.
Yeah.
Once every minute, you regen 5 health.
So once every 10 rounds, 5 HP is restored.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I don't have an attunement slot open.
Every 5 min.
Don't
no,
or do.
every minute,
Don't.
you regen 5 health.
Once
But
I get
you-
rid of
you
this
can ha-
damn crown though.
But you can have it. So it's,
Yeah,
you've got first dibs if you want to call for it.
There we go. I'll pull that into my own inventory just for safekeeping.
Because you can sell it as well. Like that's your finder's fee for basically getting the highest investigation. I think that's fair.
I agree.
Like we're getting plenty of stuff for the pool. Yeah.
In character, I'm really reluctant because
So
I don't know what it is. Well, I do now because
Yeah.
Derek said, doesn't he? It's
He
like
goes, oh, it's a ring that gives you health. It makes you vitality go up, like.
So
Oh no, that was Harold.
it's regain +5.
5 HP every 10
every
rounds.
minute.
Minute/10 rounds, whichever
Yeah.
way you would want
If you're in
to.
combat, it's only every 10 rounds you get 5 HP back.
So it's okay as an outside source of healing. Out of combat source of
And
healing.
I'm a little bit reluctant to let you have it back. It's the reluctant let go.
Let it go, let it go. We will not let you go.
And yet, take a long rest here, I guess.
Let's move, like you say, out of this.
A little bit further.
Because there
away.
could be some goblins
So,
returning.
Alex,
or ogres returning.
Out of character, do you want to keep going?
What time is it?
I say this would be a good place
This
to
is probably a
tidy up.
decent place to call it for tonight.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
long rest in the
I
woods.
don't mind you going back to
somehow.
town and doing stuff and then head into Finrasda and then just ending at Finrasda.
If we do it here, though, we can start doing all the travelling to the next
session.
next
Okay.
session.
Yeah.
Because a long rest is generally a good point to
Yeah.
stop.
Okay, so we have a long rest here, is it?
Yeah, let's do it on.
There we
Should
go.
I do my rolls for my rest now?
Yeah. Let's see if we get exhausted in time.
Just take note that she's already done her rolls for her long rest. And
I'm sure she will remember.
We're going to burn a spell slot, blessing myself again.
Of course.
No,
Is that 2d4? No.
It's a 1d4. It's always 1d4.
Because you can only have one concentration running at a time,
Um,
unfortunately. If you could have more, I would play my party buffer type that I
13,
love.
14, use a luck point?
Yeah.
Wait, how many of those have got left now?
Hang on, what can you use luck to do?
Change everything.
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 Yes.
Everything that rolls a d20.
No,
you
no,
can
no.
change it.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
but
one of-
but there's a few. There's
This
other
is one
things
of
that
those
are just
things you
rolling.
can. I remember we had luck 2 weeks ago.
So I've used it once already, so I've only got 2 more.
Yeah.
Yes. Just the 20.
No.
And the last one.
But you're going to recover it, hopefully, if you get a long rest.
Nope.
That's
Oh.
cocked, though.
Oh, he's
DM
called.
called it.
DM has called
You don't
cold.
argue cocked with a DM.
No.
That's cocked too.
No. I tried.
Silly tie.
That's okay. So that's my 3 used.
I literally put the goblins in for the warrior because he's Goblin Slayer, but he's not here to
Oh,
slay.
yeah, no.
He's not here to slay goblins. Oh well.
Can I take that type though? Because so many grenades.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sweet!
What means you killed 12?
Well, I'll relay that information onto the
18.
fighting guild so they can actually officially give
This
you
is
that
probably true,
title.
yeah.
20 goblins-ish, you said?
In the one.
No, you
2
did 12
grenades.
here, then you did 6, and then you did 4.
Yeah, there you go. In 3 grenades.
3 grenades and some shots.
Yeah. Next downtime, I need time. I need a good day of downtime to create some grenades. 'Cause I've
Well,
got
I
one
reckon
left.
some downtime is coming because of travel.
Yeah, but
No,
not
Finraz was only a day away from Gatewood.
Yeah, no, not only just travel though, but also times doing stuff in.
generally time.
Because I know that I am wanting to do some of my own stuff in Finwell, so.
Realistically,
And we've also got to look out for the switch still.
This is true. We do have to.
Did you say you're looking out
We
for the
might-
switch? as in-
Witch,
Oh,
this
witch.
witch.
I was like, oh, I'd love the
So-
switch.
So we might want to stay in this town for an additional day. To
Yeah.
go take the bitch
Well,
out.
while I find more information about the
To
switch.
go take the bitch out.
Yeah.
Which, by all respects, then lets us do our own thing, but as well as lets us regen our inventories, I guess. Especially me.
Yeah, I've got stuff that I want to sell, and
Well, we'd
We've
probably
got
get
things we want to
we'd
sell.
probably get better stuff in Finrasta. So
Oh, we
perhaps
definitely
get to Finrasta and then
Bye-bye,
take like a
everyone.
couple of
Thanks
days
for
to
joining
R&R.
us. Yeah.
That way I can attempt.
What are you saying?
I'm getting.
her non-class abilities.
Alright, okay.
It's like,
Hi people, we're back. We lost 3 viewers, so we've still got 2, but that's fine.
That's alright.
That's alright.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. We need food. And
Food is
fuck
one
you
of
guys.
those
You're not saying anything.
things. No.
I mean, shut up. Anyway, so we left off, and you're just about to enter Amy's place,
Yes.
and Nikki Cox is sort of like mentally preparing herself, and Derek is sort of like, he's like, I want to wait outside, he says.
Alright.
And
PTSD.
we should buy him some stuff to keep him busy. You know, a few thousand.
you should have allowed him to get his own pet.
No.
You could have had a cat.
I like some kind of crazy hook monster.
Yeah.
I don't think the town folk would have enjoyed
No, this
said
is true.
pet.
Having been just attacked by goblins and a witch.
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
I feel we're kind of responsible for this, for not dealing with these issues when they were slightly smaller.
Not my problem. Don't look at me.
Like I said, I wanted to do stuff with the witch, but I was like, into the teleportation. Yeah, sure, okay.
Get into the ring, damn it!
So she sort of like opens the door, and Amy's just sitting there with a cup of tea, and she's just like, oh no, that's not what it sounds like. I'm gonna make it better.
That was a Derek voice.
Oh, so you've done a good job, have you? Well done. And she sort of like starts clapping, and then Nikki Cox is just like, ah, you're such a fucking bitch.
Wow.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
The Hal's in the corner. He's sort of like getting another cup of tea for himself and for his missus.
I'll bet.
Yeah, so he's like,
He's
like,
whipped.
yeah. he's like, all right, like, did you do the job? Good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. And he sort of like he sort of like sits down, and Amy's just like, okay, you can. I'll sit down. Would you like a cup of tea?
Tea?
Tea.
Kind of thing stronger. Harold?
How you notice at this point Howard's already got the flask out, and he's like, oh, I love a bit of Irish tea. I do. Don't know what Irish is though.
Then why call it Irish?
Nikki Cox probably knows.
Nikki Cox goes, yes. It's a little place where they're all religious, I think. Yeah. They're not happy there. Hal's just like looking at her blankly, just going, I just want alcohol in my tea.
You go, guy. You go.
So Amy's like, okay. So, how did the job go?
Really good.
So,
really good.
what happened?
What was the job again?
We delivered 2 messages. I think we did the job.
The messages were delivered.
Yeah.
We did a few extra things, but
Yeah.
that's
No, no. She says, I knew that my informant had a job for you, so I was inquiring.
that part. Yeah. We went to the place. We dealt with a necromancer, and then we came back.
We kind of dealt with a necromancer. We did the better part of the job and then suggested the church should finish it. Bought you a present. And baby Bible.
Oh, distraction 101.
Speechcraft 100.
Yes. Well, we kind of did thing.
She sort of goes,
Can't do it for someone else. Ooh, thing.
It's old common, she says, and it's hardback as well. This is interesting. She says she opens it, and if you've forgotten, you put up a fuck ton of pieces of paper in there as well. And she opens it, and just like a mess just falls in her lap.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, Amy.
And she goes, well,
Can't you handle a book?
She looks at you all blankly. Hardy, ha, she says.
What?
And sort of like she pieces the pieces of paper together. In fact, she clicks her fingers, and like the paper goes onto the table. Yeah. And she's like, I'll read that later. She says, that's something interesting. Anything else?
Something interesting you said. Then use it now.
I mean, sure, she says. Seems to be documentations about their religion, basically, she says, about Drigel.
Okay.
Apparently, she says that there was the main family, and obviously after a couple of generations you get branching families. The guy that you defeated was one of the branching families, and they believed that sacrifices to Drigel were necessary. The main family didn't agree with that. Internal war happens. Obviously, the branch family lost.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is a shame, she says.
Did they cut the branch off?
Yes, it's dead. Well, you dealt with that anyway, so she says.
Yeah, we did.
Kinda
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
We
spread the leaves.
So-
Let's put it like that.
Do you want me to remind you what you got?
Yeah.
We sold most of it.
I've got a diary that I've been reading in private.
Oh yeah, you've got the diary, haven't you? Have you told any of us about that?
No.
No. Shame.
Like, I like to keep my secrets. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
I
Sorry,
already-
Jonathan.
I pawned those. Yeah, I pawned those hangers, didn't
I don't think I did
So-
anything else off it. Let's have a look.
You got the baby book with the kid's book with the gods.
Mhm.
You got the diary with the woman called
Yeah.
Livia.
I got the letter with a memory stick.
You got a letter with a memory
Livia or Livia?
stick. Livia.
L-I.
VIA
Via, yeah.
Yeah, I just
And
make
you
sure.
got the letter in Old Common
with the memory stick.
with the memory stick.
Yeah, sneaky clocks what that thing is.
I know it. Yeah. Amy, I found this. I don't show her the memory stick yet.
You don't show her the letter.
I show her the letter, but not the memory stick yet.
She goes, so it's a letter, she says? Is she sort of like, you pass it to her?
The letter,
Pass it
yes. Yeah.
She like glances over it and she's like, was there something in the letter?
What does it say?
So, let me read the general. I will read the general. The letter contains a message to a woman called Rose. It's her assistant talking about a trip to find a candidate. It talks about and finds someone who has an affinity with death and could be their fourth completed.
Someone with so to find someone with an affinity for death, is it? Or with death?
No, they found someone with an
Found.
Yeah.
So a trip to find.
No, they found somebody with an affinity of death, and it could be their fourth completed.
Oh.
How many are necessary?
And the letter is to a woman called Rose.
Yeah, letter to a woman called Rose.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's it from?
Her assistant. There's no name. It just
Okay.
says from her assistant.
I take it Rose's assistant.
Yeah, Rose's assistant. Yeah.
Oh. How can you tell that there would maybe be something?
She says it, but that's the general gist of the letter. But she says further inquiring. It says something about projects and further information is necessary within the letter.
Huh, that makes sense. That's what this is then, I'm guessing.
As soon as you show her that, she's like, "Give that to me." She's like,
Why?
she says it's like an electronic little book. She says, and it has things that I want. She says,
Electronic, like lightning?
yes. She says.
I move back.
I'm going to also take a step back from it.
What's it worth?
Nothing to you, she says. You can't read what's on it.
But it's worth something to you. It's worth something to someone. And
Look,
and that is worth something to me.
Look, she says, I am paying you for this job.
You are, and by the sounds of it, the price doubled.
She says, I haven't even given you the payment yet.
You haven't.
So she says, okay, fine. And she doubles, she says, so 700 each.
I want it back.
Sure, she says, you got books for it, she says.
Interesting to a collector of such items.
So you get 700 gold each.
Yeah,
I hope you don't die of thunder strikes.
Sorry?
I hope you don't die of thunder strokes.
More money! 700, yes. Oh, that puts me up to a clean 18,079.
So she says, okay, she said, you've done the test run and you've done your official mission, she says. Congratulations, she says. And it sounds genuine, but her expression sticks.
Pat myself on the back here.
Yeah. You didn't die, Beth. Well done.
You're not
You're not dead yet.
You're not dead.
I might be dead soon because I might piss me off.
And she says, okay, so I guess it's time to officially allow you into the fold, she says.
Oh, we're being allowed into the fold. Fantastic.
Okay.
What am I signing up to?
So, like I said, we don't have many groups left because they're all either dead because they couldn't survive, or the one group that did, two groups that did survive ended up getting killed by a dragon, and obviously you've got the remnants of the other.
So there's a dragon.
Yeah, somewhere, but they, like I said, they it wasn't part of the deal that I gave them. They just didn't like me, she said, and they kind of went and did their own thing and got killed by a dragon.
Oh, so it wasn't you. Okay. Right.
No, I wouldn't go to unless the dragon had information that I wanted. I wouldn't have you deal with dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Although, from what I've heard, she
This
says,
would be a dragon who knows information that she wants.
It's not called Dungeons and Dragons for nothing.
I know.
so she says, because you've been into the fold, I'll give you an organization. I can't pronounce it. Posh words for initiation. So she
Inauguration.
She each gives you a badge.
What's it look like?
So it's sort of
Does it
like
go with my crown?
Oh, Jesus.
so think like an old-fashioned police badge. So it has the metal on the front and then hard leather on the back. So the hard leather on the back is like a light navy blue.
Nice.
And there's nothing of interest with it. The actual badge itself is like a large metal that sort of like goes like this, and the shape of it is actually just like a circle with a shovel in the middle,
Okay.
going to slightly to the left, and then behind the shovel is a book.
Okay. What's in the book?
No, it's just
Oh, that's the picture.
it's just an open book with a shovel on top of it.
Nice. Cool.
And she says, so this is, she says, your badge essentially. So if you're doing something with my informants and they ask for something in particular, this is what you use.
Okay.
And she says also, we are known around certain areas and markets, should we say, that might give you favourable treatment.
I like this.
Any
Well-
hints as to which ones those are?
She says, the problem is, she says, the royal capital is hard to break, so we don't have much information or informants in the royal capital. That's a bit of a hard egg to crack because they're all.
Yeah, I'm
located
just
in-
more interested in what markets.
Yes, we're getting to that now, honey. She says. So Finrazda, we are about to put our foot into that. Should we say? Finrazda is far more open, but we've got a couple of informants there that'll be able to give you information. Say, for example, for the black market in Finrazda,
Okay.
which is probably the largest one.
You've got some informants in there, do you?
We have informants. She says, I don't deal with shady dealing, she says. That's not my cup of tea, she says. However, I do know people that do that. So think of a friend, she says.
Okay.
I don't judge them for it. They don't judge me for my weird fascination with finding ancient relics. They don't ask questions. I don't. If they get information that I want, I pay for it. It's just as simple as that.
It's a bit mean calling Harold an ancient relic, but
Harold's like, "Oi, I'm only 75."
That's young for a dwarf, I say.
Half dwarf, he says.
Still young for a half dwarf.
Yeah, he says.
we'll have faults.
Anyway, she says, so you can get your fingers into the You can get your fingers into the main market. She says, I have an informant in the guilds, in the merchant guild in Finrazda.
Okay.
I also have an informant in one of the steam militias there.
Okay.
And she says, I also have an informant on the 4th disc, she says. But that one is new and recent, so I'm trying to, let's say, trying to make the deal a bit more sweetish, if we say.
Merchant skilled, black market. Finraza black market, I should put.
And somebody on the 4th disc, but she's trying to work on that one. She says, Finraza, the first 3 discs are fairly straightforward. It's all about the money and who you know. But of course, when you go up to the 4th and 5th discs, it's more about who your friends are. So it's more snotty, she says. And I'm used to dealing with people like that. I'm sure you know all about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I left, she said.
Oh, wow.
So she says, then in the royal capital, we have Nick, as you met.
Mm-hmm.
Nick is the only person I really need, she says, because he's quite high up in the ranking, should we say. Because the only person that's above him are the Archbishop and the person that does the paperwork, who I've forgotten the name of. Anyway, so she says, I probably won't get them as informants, but I have a close relationship with Nick, she says. We have an understanding. It's more I exterminate things that may or may not have information that I want, which is what you did.
Yeah.
So there might be more jobs similar to that around the church capital. So basically I have freelance I get first dibs of anything that appears out of the rifts or any dungeons or caves that are found around the church capital.
Yeah.
Which is a nice little benefit, she says. So let's just say for exploration, I own probably about 1/3 of the continent, she says already. Finraza is a bit more of a tricky one because they're more free and liberal, so you've probably got a lot of competition for that because there's a lot of adventurers there. But that should be fine, she says. As for the royal capital, I'm not going near there, she says. I'm not touching that with a stick, she says.
What I missed, sorry about that, guys.
Then she's just talking about informants, who she has where. And
Lots in Finraza, was it?
there's quite a few in Finraza. She only needs Nick in the church capital because he's quite high up. So basically, if she could make a deal with him to borrow a couple of paladins or whatever she wants. Basically, she doesn't have free reign per se in the church capital, but she's got quite a bit of leeway just through Nick.
And she wasn't going near.
And she's not going near the royal capital. She says the royal capital is a bit more regimental, so trying to get an informant in there is going to be more difficult, and they'd probably be caught out quite easily.
Okay.
So she says, I have tried several times. They've been caught, and I've almost been caught, she says.
Oh, wow.
So it's been quite close call, she says. So after about the 3rd attempt, I just wash my hands of it, she says. They're quite...
tough to break.
Yes, she says. It's not... I don't even think... If they do have a black market, she says, it's probably deep, not that big, she says.
It's going to be deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
But they're probably the ones that have the most... I would say the church capital's probably got the most magic inclined, and then Finraza's got all of like the mixture of the two. But I think the royal capital probably has the most technology.
Nice.
So
I like tech.
So she says, if you somehow crack your way into the royal capital, that's probably your best bet, she says. But she says...
See whose heads we need to crack.
Yeah. So she says, along with that, she says, I'll give you access to downstairs, she says.
Ah.
So what you are in right now is a wooden shack, like I said. And to the onlooker, it doesn't look like to be a downstairs.
Cool.
But what she does is she sort of like turns to Harold and she goes, could you show our guests, or but basically our allies now, could you show our allies downstairs? And Harold's just like, certainly. Oh well, no, he goes, alright, yeah, of course, I can do that, love, he says. And she goes, don't call him. No, okay, never mind, she says. she sort of like gets up and sort of like she's somewhat taller than Harold.
Yeah.
Because she often puts her hand on his shoulder like that, sort of like as in like this is mine, so like don't touch it.
Jeez.
So Harold sort of like gets his sword out and like taps it several times on the floor, and then what happens is, the only way I can describe it is the floor sort of like digistructs away.
Hogwarts stares away.
No,
No.
it's like data is just appearing in the air.
Oh, sorry, Matrix.
Yeah.
Cool.
So after a while, then you see white stairs going down, and she's like, "Follow me," she says. And she says, so this is so what you enter then is you've got a couple of white steps. And you have a long white corridor with several rooms in it. Think just like complete white tiles is very clinical looking.
Yeah.
It looks like somewhere where you do like clinical
I
experiments,
feel
basically.
very horrible in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't suit me at all.
She goes, so this is where I do most of my work, she says. And this is where most of my data is kept, she says. So she walks
Data?
past. Think books, but they're not physically there.
So information.
Yes, she says.
Okay.
So she walks past. The first room you walk past is to your right, and it's a room with essentially what you know as players of several computers.
Cool.
But they look, think 1970s computers, so like they're somewhat oldish.
What?
What's this?
Yeah.
Those.
Those are weird.
So she says, "This is my data." She says, "I compile everything that." She says, "So."
So this is your information.
Yeah, she's right. Information highway. She says.
I knock it slightly.
She says it doesn't work that way. Don't touch the equipment.
How do you get the
It's a
carts in here if
box.
it's a highway?
Oh dear, she says. And Nikki Cox is like.
Oh, that one's blowing on me.
Nikki Cox walks in. She goes, "Oh, you got computers like?" While Amy goes, "Well, I don't really know what to call them." She says, "They're just my information boxes." She says, and Nikki Cox tries to explain what a computer is to. So they have like this 30-second discussion, and then she's like, yeah. She says. So she says, "Oh, apparently you're more advanced than I am, Nikki Cox." And Nikki Cox goes, "Well, I know a lot. You know, it's not
What are
a big
these
deal."
squiggles on the screen?
What's this blinking line?
The
Yeah.
outsides of these.
Right,
They're all made out of the
no,
same stuff
Amy
as
just
that
goes,
lightning stick.
Are they?
It seems to be, yeah.
Different colour, but
Yeah, they are.
same
Amy
material.
just goes, "Calm down," she says. So she says, "I showed you my ability, right? Archive? No, don't remember? So you
Yeah,
probably
I-
remember as players, as characters.
Yeah.
So basically she has the ability to,
I don't remember what it was.
she basically can contain a lot of information within herself.
Oh.
And she can like construct books out of thin air and stuff like that, and she can augment
Yes,
spells,
yes,
and
yes.
so she's quite advanced, basically, should we say? So she's
Oh, is she an android?
she looks like an elf.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't know. So you have to find out new.
You hadn't thought that far ahead?
I'm going to say this, Stuart. Is there a keyboard? Because I'm literally just feeling one of
She
these.
told you to soft touch it.
I'm still touching and feeling. I don't care.
After about 30 seconds,
I'm going to press a key on a keyboard.
no,
if there's one.
roll wisdom saving throw.
17.
God damn, I need to get a stats up.
I also have to ask whether Amy has noticed my bitching crown. And if
Do you point this out?
No, it should be fairly obvious.
It's a bitching crown.
It's a bitching crown that makes
Jeez.
other people uneasy.
You just missed. The DC is 18 actually. That's quite high. So she
Delete
you
all the
basically
data.
whole person.
Delete.
So I've hit a key as you help personally.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Just deleting like 12 lines of code.
She sort of like
It's
moves,
just
moves
a-
your hand away and
A
just goes,
W has just gone across the screen.
She goes,
A
"No."
line of W.
She goes, "No. Stop it." And then she stops the whole person.
It's not normal.
What's not normal? This room.
No, this thing.
She says, no, this is how you input data.
No, you write it down. I get out a book and show her data, information. This isn't information. This is weird.
She says, no, this is how I compile my information.
Why not use a book like everyone else? This seems unnecessarily complicated.
Not really, she says. So she says, anyway, this is how it works, she says. The boxes actually contain the information, but it only works off my archive ability, she says. So in combination with my archive ability, I can access the data. Basically, think of it as I can compile data or information within myself, but obviously there's a limit to it. This allows me to surpass that limit, she says.
I don't like these.
So think of it like a server, she says.
What's a server?
Like Harold.
Like a waiter in
No.
a bar?
Or what's
A waiter in a
Nikki
bar.
Cox's. She
Yeah.
seems like be like a server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikki Cox is that as a no.
Winita,
No.
whatever her name is.
No. Winnie's not here.
That's a shame.
There's a quite
She would love being in here with this other server.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
She'd
would.
have somebody to,
Talk to.
well, yeah.
Well,
No,
talk to
they
her about
seem
relatable
like-
subjects of being a server.
Top.
Yeah, these boxes they're no fun.
So she says in compiling with my archive, she says, and she takes the keyboard off you and starts typing on it. She gets one of her books from
I'm
my
just
archive
imagining that
ability.
big pong.
She sort of like turns it into sort of a large book. So she turns the pages in and you see the writing appear. And she says, basically, you can inquire.
You're using Mage Hand with a pen.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Mage Hand with a pen.
Oh, you're using Mage Hand with a pen.
No. That's what I'm saying she's doing.
We'll roll back on and see if I still.
No, I'm just saying it.
She's like, no, but okay, do just your parade, she says. So
What is she writing, by the way?
basically it looks like she's just doing a query. So she's asking, but she's showing you an example. So she's like, query, what's the weather going to be like? And like it compiles data and it shows what the weather will be like.
So it's gonna rain tomorrow again.
Divine? No, divinity?
She's like, no,
Future sky? What is this?
no, she says, I may or may not have a friend that helped me put things in the sky that allowed me to see things, she says. But
Familiars.
that's yeah, just like really, really far away familiars.
Doesn't they go out of the spell range, meaning that they disappear?
No, we use electronics. It's in combination with my archive. My archive
More
is...
Electronics?
lightning.
Yes.
More lightning. Yeah.
So there's flying
This is
lightning
dangerous.
now. Yeah, I don't like this.
I'm just sitting there and it's doing nothing because I've kind of grasped the
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
of, yeah, alright, it's a bit beyond me, but
Yeah.
whatever.
You understand the concept.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm kind
Well, if
of
there's
there,
flying
like,
balls of lightning out there, I think that's dangerous. We should let people know about this.
That's neither here nor there, she says.
I don't think we should let people know about this. I just want to know whether we can
Yes,
use it
this
to our
is why it's
advantage.
underground.
I think we should let Amy get on with what she's going to tell us.
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you. See, this is why he's the one that talks.
What are your charismas again?
Minus one.
Oh,
0.
fucking hell. Oh, bloody hell! The one with a +1.
So she goes, right, okay, so I'm allowing you, she says, to use this to inquire about information you may or may not need.
Christ.
How do I take this crown off or counteract its curse?
What's an inquire?
That's a good one, yes.
So she says, maybe if you want
want
information, you should ask me to do it, or maybe Nikki Cox. Do you know how to do queries for servers?
Do you know anything about Ol then?
Who?
Ol.
Well, let's ask the machine. So what? Give me specifics.
I want to know about Ol.
Give me specifics.
A half-orc paladin. Ex-paladin? Don't know, he never quite clarified it.
So where was he? Who is he?
He was in the religious capital, but he's run away.
Oh, so it's a quest, she says.
No, I'm information gathering.
No, but you obtain this information through a quest.
I obtained this information, yes. By quest, no.
So she'll type in quest queries, and then what happens is you basically get an electronic version of the board, and then she'll sort of like query about them being on the board. And she says, "There's nothing on the board about it."
What board? Like I said, I didn't get this from a quest.
This
I just want to look for information about this guy called O.
1970s printer paper, and I'm pulling those whole bits off the sides.
So she starts typing again, and she says, "I don't have a lot. I only have information that Nick has given me. So I could give you past logs about his work activities that happened when he was there."
That could be helpful, doubt it. Already got that information technically.
She starts typing that in and doing queries. She says, "So,
Is there any information of a half-orc in green-blue armour in Finlaster? I'm beginning to get the hang of this thing. I don't like it, but I'm beginning to get the hang of it."
She starts typing in it, and she says, "So you're looking for sightings of this person?
Yes.
In which case, I'll probably have to use my satellites for that," she says.
What's a satellite?
"Those familiars I talked about."
Familiars.
So she says, so she'll say, "You've got a basic description, right?"
Yeah, half-orc, green, blue armour.
So she says, "So we'll start off with half-orc." So she types in half-orc. "So around Finrazda over the last 3 weeks, shall we say?"
2 years, shall we say?
That might be a bit more difficult, and the data compiling might take a while, she says. So we'll limit it to 3 weeks.
Okay.
And so she says 3 weeks, she says. So, according to the satellites, there are several half-orcs.
Familiars.
Yes, according to the familiars, there are
There we
several half-orcs. Because half-orcs is not a very common race, she says. Because orcs aren't native to our plane, she says. So they were brought here through the rift. So there's not many of them, she says. So so it's already beneficial for us, she says, that this race is very uncommon. So she starts typing it. So she says, there are several half-orcs, and you say green and blue, correct?
Armour,
Green and
yes.
blue armour, she says. So she then says several dates where this person appeared in Finrazda.
Is one of them very recent?
The last one was 4 days ago.
4 days. Has he left?
She says the last time he was seen was. She says my satellites don't go directly into the city. She says. Because
Yeah, but has he left the city?
He went into the city 4 days ago.
Hasn't left yet.
But by the time we get there.
Who knows? She says.
Who is he anyway?
Oh, I've already told you. He's an half-orc ex-paladin, maybe.
Yeah, but who is he?
Oh, a half-orc ex-paladin.
Why are you asking about him?
A friend of a friend asked about him.
Okay.
Let's just say, thanks to me finding out about O and information that my friend wants, you managed to get yourself a very nice cloak.
There you are
So,
And you don't have a hangover.
then. And some other things.
Yeah.
so she says. So she carries on. She says the black stick you gave me is a little bit more advanced than what I'm used to.
The
working
lightning
with.
stick.
Yes.
Okay.
It's more advanced than I'm used to working with. So she said to actually get the data off this may take a while. And she says,
You see, this is why books are easier.
yes, but you can store far more data on this than any book.
Not if you use the correct ciphers.
Anyway, she says. So anyway, she says, so here's the plan. I don't have any more information about finding caves and relics and stuff like that. She said, that's technically why I've hired you. You're going to seek out the information yourself. This machine will help you somewhat, but obviously it knows what I know, and I'm telling you now there's probably not going to be anything that you're going to find here.
Yes.
So you're going to have to do some digging of your own, she says.
Ooh. What do you know about the goblins and witch attacks?
So she starts typing it in and she says,
No, what do you know about them?
she says, give me a moment, because the way she remembers things is different from normal humans.
Is
So-
the servers.
So she's got basically a computer in her head.
Dear Lord, she's got lightning in her head.
Yeah.
She's got lightning in her head. This is not good.
So she's sort of like training their fingers with her, and she's going. So she's right. So you're talking about the goblin attacks in town.
Yeah.
It's just passing information. She says it's not that important. She says a couple of people have gone missing, children specifically.
Oh, the poor children. It wasn't Annie or whatever her name was, is it?
Molly.
Molly. It wasn't Molly.
No, they're probably going to take her last bit. She says.
Damn.
I mean, if you were a goblin, would you want to eat that? Probably not.
True.
I don't see this fascination with children anyway. And then they just take them for breeding. I don't get involved in that, she says. Goblins also aren't native from our plains, so I'm not very familiar with their
Wait.
breeding habits. I just know they do it like rabbits. Those are native to our plains.
Oh, I've eaten 3 while I've been here.
That's good to know, she says. They're quite nice.
Yeah?
A bit too gamey for me, though. She says I prefer lamb, she says.
While we're on the subject of poor little Molly, this crown on my head.
She says, I did notice.
Oh, good.
What about it?
How do I counteract the effects that it's attempting to make me go insane quicker?
I like the added quicker.
May I borrow the crown for a second, she says.
It's going to be difficult.
Oh, we didn't even hear the
Oh,
dog.
we've got food.
Oh, wow. Fair play. Good ears. Cheers. No.
We're going to stop there to eat food. Okay, bye.
Stay. You know, like a spellcaster chooses their spells. Yeah, like that. Need to find a way of getting more attunements.
Hello, welcome to the stream. This is a D&D campaign, which is homebrew, 5th ed, blah 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 blah, time delvers. I'm going to do like a quick recap of what happened last session, and then we'll just get into it.
Last time on.
So last time, they fought a necromancer and almost died. They then split up the necromancer and threw his bones out of a window, essentially.
It was a brilliant idea.
Yes. And they had their overpowered GM NPC dispel the bones every hour, which eventually led to them just walking away and him throwing the bone out the window. So not actually dealing with a necromancer, but we were like, oh yeah, that's not going to happen.
Still got the
anytime in
XP
future.
for it.
Yeah, you still got the XP. You technically still beat him. You just still zeroed him. You then went back to Grindoza after a day's travel.
Yep.
You somehow quickened that, but I can't remember how we did that.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, you got back to Grindoza, which is the church capital of the human continent. You went around trying to sell and buy stuff that you did recently. Eventually, one of the party members found the black market. You exploited the black market in Kingdom Come, which I don't mind.
Yes, I have.
You also had a run-in where one of the party members was drunk, fell down the stairs.
Drunk
Nearly
is an
died.
understatement.
Well, no, technically you did die. You were on death saving throws, and then somebody healed you with a healing potion.
Well, true.
One of you is currently wearing a crown and is going mad slowly and collecting up exhaustion, so eventually she will die.
Crown of madness.
Yes, the clock is ticking.
Crazy.
Trying to think what else happened. Do you want to find some hunts and side quests? You accepted one of them of the 4 to find the owl, who was a half-orc paladin on the run.
Find and kill, wasn't it?
Yeah, find and kill. Because he killed his best friend's
Right.
wife. Yeah.
Perfect. We can't take him alive.
Um,
What happens if we do take him alive?
I then kill him.
I'm surprised.
If we take him alive, I kill him.
I'm supposing if you do take him alive, you take him back and then
He
law
just dies.
enforcement will deal with it.
Okay with that?
Well. I've been told to
Still
kill
get
him.
my money.
That is my job. I'm gonna kill him no matter what.
I'm chaotic neutral, I'm okay with that.
And then, I would be surprised if somebody was lawful good in this bloody party.
Is anyone lawful good? Are you lawful good? No.
I would like to say I'm lawful neutral, but I'm not. I'm just true neutral.
Probably. It's blank at the moment, unfortunately.
It's probably chaotic bipolar or something.
Which is chaotic.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I'm not hard on alignment unless like you're
Yeah,
lawful,
exactly.
because then everything else is just like varying degrees. They only care about lawful characters.
Lawful evil is actually really fun to play.
In someone else, I just became chaotic evil. Essentially, I just became the bad guy. Brilliant.
Lawful evil is a great bad guy play
Yeah.
as a player character.
Nice,
I
yeah.
played a schizophrenic, so I had two
You had a
personalities,
few.
and both of them was chaotic, but one was chaotic good and one was chaotic evil.
Jesus.
So there was one person that was pretending to be the other one who was slightly poisoning the party.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Nice.
Anyway, so the black market, drunkenness happened. You all got up the next day.
Bought some things.
No
Yeah.
hangover, thanks to me finding those potions for you.
Juanita and then Nikki Coxon woke you up the next day with breakfast and said they were going to come with you because they had set up shop here for Viola and they wanted their next mission.
Oh, yes, yes.
So that's how, if without them, travel would have taken 2 weeks.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
remember she's got the broom
Teleport,
ability.
isn't she? Oh,
She's
the
got-
broom.
So
Oh,
basically she makes
yeah.
a massive broom
Yes.
and you can all ride on this
Oh,
broom.
no.
Think magic carpet except with
Yeah.
bristles on the end basically.
Can they show me a way?
What? Sorry, could you show me a way? I don't know.
I can show you.
Oh, alright, okay.
That's what
Now I know.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
They took the shack with them because when he did shrunk it with a super strength somehow. So right now you're basically outside Grendoza getting on the brooms and you're going for your 5 days of travels. So
my pretties.
I've decided that what I've settled on is we are going to role play each night. However, because you need to do rolls. However, we're rolling for random encounters and stuff like that, and then we'll every night we'll do watches as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So you'll be leaving in the morning, 10 a.m. So would anyone like to roll perception to see?
I'm going to say what I did pick up from the black market because I was undecided first of all.
No, okay.
Lots of stuff. I actually picked up where is it? Some Ione stones and stuff. So Ione stone of awareness, protection, and the mantle of spell resistance, all of which require attunement. So, like a spellcaster, before the day starts, I'm choosing my attunements for the day.
That's fine. You can do whatever you like. So, does anyone want to roll perception while you're on the broom to see if anything happens?
I don't see anything. I see a broom. That's awesome.
17.
That's probably good enough. If I'm honest.
What was it? Perception plus 8.
Oh, no, 8.
Okay.
I see everything.
Okay. Well, not everything.
I enter the
I see
matrix.
25.
Most things.
I see everything. I see the very nature of the universe.
You enter the matrix.
It's 42.
And you're so distracted that you don't have to pay attention to the room.
Oh, I thought.
So anyway, you're looking around. You can fairly see quite a distance with your elven eyes, and you're like, "Oh, superior genetics." Well, I don't know. I don't know how super racist you are.
Not super racist. I don't particularly get on with elves.
We haven't had a
Tragic
rest
backstory and all that.
No, you've just got enough.
We have.
Yeah, so you've had a long rest.
We are at full then.
You're at full.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So, so you're looking. Oh, actually, how many exhaustion points do you have?
2.
Oh,
Do you roll a disadvantage at 2?
For ability checks, yeah.
So you
Oh,
roll
disadvantage.
Not saving throws, thankfully.
Saving throws is like 4.
Oh, 12 plus 8.
So it's still
Still
20.
pretty good.
Still pretty good.
You're looking around, you're not seeing much. As you get on the broom, you sort of like. I try to work out how much mileage you'd have to do, because if it took 2 weeks and you can do about 25 miles a day, you'd probably have to do 3 times that. So the broom is.
This broom is not very quick.
No, the broom is probably going 15 miles an hour.
Okay.
ish. So it's probably slightly faster than your average bike, basically.
Okay.
So it's not like it's better than walking.
Don't complain, we don't have to pay.
It's faster than the cart as well. So you don't really see much for the first hour or two. You notice like all the lush fields, like the church capital is well known for like being the most sustainable in
Luscious.
food. So there's a lot of farmlands, a lot of like vineyards and stuff like that. It looks like food wise, and they live off the land. So it's like a simple life, but they enjoy the simple life. After about 2 or 3 hours, you sort of like it sort of like starts to die down, and then after another 3 or 4 hours, you start getting to sort to see sort of like desolation lands and stuff like that. So it's not completely dead off, but you don't see a lot of green grass and stuff like that. So you've probably travelled about 100, no, yeah, just over 100 miles then in about 8 hours, and you don't really see much. After that, though, Nikki Cox, who's sort of like on the top, and she's got these goggles on, and she's like, "Oh, love, I think we need to stop soon because I haven't had my fix in a while, and the sun's going down, so I can't see fuck all."
Just light a torch.
Yeah,
I don't think that
I don't think that's sustainable on a broom made out of wood, is it?
Yeah, just hold it like that.
She says, "No, I'm getting off." She says,
She needs to sleep as well.
yeah.
It's fine. Sleep when you're dead.
So we need to get sort of like parks the broom, and the
Parks.
broom has like I said, it's similar to a carpet but made out of wood. So imagine just like flooring with just bristles on it, and eventually the way that it parks, it sort of like hovers, and then like these little legs come out. So it looks just like a really flat, huge table, basically, with bristles on the end. And she sort of like gets off, and she's like, "Oh, that was exhausting. That was. It's powered on my magic ability, and I don't have a lot of it."
Yeah.
Nah. So she says, yeah, Juanita. And Juanita's sort of like in the back going, "Oh no, I was having good sleep, and then I saw your face."
What a bitch.
Well, as I should have said, because you're traveling, Nikki Cox is dressed as a man, so they still wear light makeup, but it's probably eye mascara and maybe a little blush. So like you don't, yeah. So to hide the wrinkles, should we say? So it's just maintenance basically. So he does, for all intents and purposes, looks like a man with a little bit of makeup on. So he's just like, "No, just can you do the thing so we can just have a nice little kip like?" And Juanita's like, yeah, do the thing, yeah, get the thing out. So she sort of like slowly gets off the broom and sort of like picks up this like wooden box which used to be the shack. She sort of like walks back, and then she can grow it again.
Nice.
And then she walks back and she goes, "Okay, it's a nice little house, I clean now."
Jesus.
Well, she's had a long rest technically because she slept on the ride basically.
Yeah.
Derek then comes down and he's like, oh, it was fun, wasn't it? Oh, I haven't had a ride like that in a while.
I'll bet you haven't.
Yeah, I just said that. I haven't had a ride like that in a while. I don't know why you're laughing. So he was like, right. He says, I'm gonna do some stuff, he says, and he sort of starts walking off. You see some trees, and he's just like, "Oh, look at the trees. Oh, have you noticed everyone loves a good fern? Oh, I love a good fern," he says. He sort of walks
Has it got
out.
any cotton in it?
So like slowly walks off in the distance, completely ignoring what you just said. What we'll do is Juanita's had a long rest,
Right.
so she can stay out and look out for the night.
Good.
But she's going to be doing the perimeter, so she's going to be walking out. So in theory, you don't have to do a lookout. This is more like a supporting role, just in case to wake the others up. So we'll do it in twos. So who wants to go with Nikki Cox for the first one?
I think it's best to get my roll out of the way.
So you don't want to do the first.
I
I'm
don't.
happy to. Yeah, I'll take the next 8 off. Happy days, get a long rest in. after
So
that.
no,
I'll take
no,
first.
you do. You can all have a long rest.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go do it shift.
I take the first shift.
So you do the first shift, Nikki Cox.
And then the
Then a
next.
second shift, we'll have Warwick and Ty, and then the last shift then would be. No, one need to technically do it. Who else is there? Derek, and I suppose the warrior who's not here.
Yes.
But he can do the last shift, I suppose, on his own. So Nikki Cox and Gunslinger first. Which it's not Warwick. You're Warwick. You are. I knew no begins with a G, but I keep saying Garfield. It's not Garfield.
No, it's not. It's Garfield.
Yeah.
He's not a ginger cat.
So
Take 11
so for
in
the
shift.
first,
Lasagna though.
Yeah.
so the first one roll perception.
Yes. Plus 4. Yeah. No, plus 1. 6.
Okay. So Nikki Cox doesn't have the character sheet. She's just do a straight roll. She's 0 on everything. She's basically
Useless.
she knows a little bit of illusion magic. But that's about it.
Plot convenience.
Plot convenience. So she can hide herself and stuff like that, and like maybe give you some cover, but that's about it. She rolled a 14, which isn't too bad. So what I will roll is random encounter dice and see if we get anything. Which would be a D8. No, fine.
Yay, good.
So
I get a full
nothing happens. You can role play with Nikki Cox if you like.
No, I'm alright.
Are you alright?
I don't do nothing. I say nothing, do nothing.
She's literally just having a drag of a fag. Then she's just she seems to be keeping to herself.
Well, I'm cleaning my gun out, which means that there is a bit of gunpowder on maybe the table that I'm using. Every time she comes close, it's I physically move the hand away from. Yes, to not have an explosion.
Yeah, she gets the idea after the first time,
Yeah,
and then
good.
she sort of like covers and walks away. So literally, you just keep it to yourselves.
Yeah.
Did you roll?
I've not rolled yet.
So you're technically tranced in now, so it's just 4 hours because you technically don't sleep.
Yeah, I'm thinking of burning a spell slot to bless myself for this roll.
Makes sense.
Makes sense because it gives you +4.
Yeah.
Or gives you D4 extra.
Because if you
Yeah,
get it, you get that spell slot back straight away.
exactly.
The DC is 14, I believe, to beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's worth it because if your charisma is that low.
It's a -1.
Okay. Or is it?
I'm not touching those until you've seen them.
What is it? So 4 and a 16. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
-1, of course.
-1, but yeah.
19, that's
So
nice.
now you can actually.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God. So you lose 1 point of exhaustion,
Yeah.
and you get all your spell slots back and all your other stuff.
There we go.
Tidy, good kips.
Okay.
It does mean that you're still. The first one is the disadvantage.
No,
Movement.
it's attack rolls are effective on the first one, I believe.
No, it's ability rolls.
Oh,
Attack
okay.
rolls and saving throws are the third.
Do I also heal from that as well now, don't I?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can have you essentially have a long rest. Then.
Essentially, you get a long rest, which is full health.
Full
And-
health.
And also all recover half of your hit die.
Oh, yeah, half your hit die rounded up.
So you recover 3 hit die as well. If you've expended any hit die.
Don't think I had from the last time, no.
Hit dice usually short rest.
I never really use them. I'm never well enough to.
No.
Yeah.
But our party has quite a lot of short rest effects, so we're
True.
probably going to be using them quite a bit.
I might.
I get all my key
so,
points back from that as well.
2 days.
Yeah.
Any
Key points are
in
short
any
rest
group
as well, I
of fun.
believe. So if you ever do short rest, you can. Your key points are basically, I'd say, abuse that pool basically. 'Cause, you can literally just have a half an hour rest whenever you want, basically.
For effects of exhaustion.
Okay, I had a lovely little kit there.
Also, speed was hard for her, so thank God she did have the broom, because otherwise
Yeah.
she'd be slowing you down. Okay.
Half speed on a broom.
No, basically, because she had 2 points of exhaustion,
Yes.
she's moving at half speed.
Ah,
So
right.
she would have slowed you down
If we were walking.
if you were
Yes,
walking.
yes. We can push the pace on the broom. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so So you've had your sleep. You're fine. So Warwick and Ty roll your perception checks for the night. Dan?
Yeah.
Roll your perception check.
I still see pretty much nothing.
Damn.
14.
I'm fine. Okay, so 8 hours will save 4 hours each. Nothing happens basically. Nikki Cox eventually sort of like gets out and she's sort of like he's putting some makeup on, but it's like with a compact mirror, and he's just doing it really quickly. He's only doing it to like he's like he looks over and he's just like, oh, I got to look my best, like, haven't I?
Yeah.
Even on days like this where you're doing the Raggedy Ann,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. It's an old expression from the old town, but nobody will know what the old town is because I'm from a different plane, like, so. And he just keeps rocking to himself, basically. Something that like somebody in the mid-50s would do, basically. Oh, I've lived a life, I have.
Yes, no one cares, love.
Someone's got a care.
No. Well, when you find that lucky person.
I was like, oh, I've gotten over that. So he closes the mirror. He's probably had his fair shares. So he's like, okay, let's shrink the shack, love. He says to Juanita. Juanita comes out and she goes, I do one more thing. There's the table.
Do it later.
Oh, no.
Do it later.
Oh, it's okay. So she eventually gets out after like, no, yes. Derek appears out of nowhere from a forest and he goes,
The hell were you last night?
oh, I walked around, I did.
Congratulations.
I didn't find any ferns though. I did find a couple of animals and stuff.
Congratulations.
Are they okay?
They're little wolves and they kind of started biting me and nothing happened because metal, and then they left me alone after a couple of hours. But it was a lot of fun, he said. I was a little bit worried at first because I was like, oh, they're going to pierce the armour, but then I remembered it's armour, like teeth not going to do anything to that.
Not
so
by the teeth, no.
So
Yeah.
I petted them.
Congratulations.
They weren't like the cats. They weren't. They were a bit meaner. They were like, if the cats were like beards with teeth and fangs, this was more like, I don't know, like a big beard with teeth and fangs.
Or is it teeth and fangs with a big beard?
I don't know. But it was hairy. There was lots of hair, he said. He said, I noticed everyone's got a lot of hair. So that's...
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that. He says and he walks off. Gets on the floor.
Good old Derek.
Nikki Cox puts the glasses on and she's like, okay, day 2, like, come on, let's go.
I've been ready for an hour. Come on.
Oh, I was just waiting for Juanita, and Juanita gets like shrink the shack now, and she's like, oh, but the table. And Nikki Cox is just like, look, there's gonna be shit all over it later, so there's no point. And she's like, it's wooden anyway, and I varnished it. It's gonna be fine. And Juanita's like, oh, but the germs. And she's like, oh, you need to sort out your OCD, love. And Juanita's like, what's OCD? And she's like, never mind. It's a clinical term. And Juanita's like, what's clinical? And she's like, oh.
Shut up.
Nikki Cox is getting fed up with the fucking primitive world she's living in. Basically. She's like, where the fuck is the GP?
Oh, Jesus.
So she gets to the room. Day 2. Who wants to roll perception for this one?
I think we all did last time, didn't we?
No, you roll for... Oh no, all roll then.
Yeah.
You can either all roll or give one person advantage, basically.
14.
10.
23.
Hey.
24. No, 23. 24. There we go.
20 something.
So because the wildlife and sort of like the area is slowly dying down and there's not a lot of foliage around, it's basically a level playing field, so you don't need a high perception roll to see around you, basically. But with Dan's perception roll, he sees stuff in the distance, and he's like, okay, better avoid that, go that way, better avoid that, go that way. Things like there's like a pack of wolves, and which is probably what Derek was talking about earlier, and Dan says, oh, we better avoid that, leave them to their own devices.
We're on our own broom, aren't we?
No, it's basically
on a
it's like on a platform.
Yeah.
It's like a flat platform with bristles on it, essentially.
So there we are, cool, yeah.
A wooden magic carpet, basically. There's also Dan notices like a couple of trolls and ogres in the distance as well, or something similar to it. It looks larger than your regular humanoid, so he's like, I better avoid that. Other than that, nothing. Like another 8 hours pass, 10 hours, nothing passes. Dan's easy enough to avoid all the encounters.
Happy days.
So night 2. Who wants to do what with who?
Do first watch.
So you're doing first watch.
Yeah, cool.
Roll for your
Perception.
roll for your madness to see if you sleep for the night.
Taking first watch, so perception.
Perception.
I would say just do it regardless, because you all start with a long rest together.
Right, yeah.
In which case, I'd burn a spell slot with Bless again.
Bless again. Yeah, because you get it back straight away.
If it goes well.
Yeah.
If not, whatever.
You still roll with disadvantage though.
Not this one.
Oh, no, not this one. Is it? Yeah, it is.
18.
No,
Nice.
this is a saving throw, not a check.
That's
Ability check.
22
Okay.
minus 1 is 21.
Yeah, so yeah, you know exhaustion now.
Yes.
Wow.
That worked out quite well, my friends. And
Might be
I
worth
just remembered I
keeping
don't
it
have
in
my
mind.
Twitch chat open, so
Yeah.
this would
Might
be
be
fun.
worth that, actually. You've thought about this, haven't you?
I've got 5 spell slots to burn.
Well, it takes it down from needing a 15
Yeah.
to needing a
15.
14 to
Mm.
10.
Yeah, true enough.
No, sorry, 14 to 11.
So she's still got a 50% chance.
They're better odds.
Yeah.
And I've got my feats back, so I can do lucky again to gain advantage as well.
Yeah. So, who wants you doing a perception first?
Yeah.
And then do you want to go with Nikki Cox?
Yeah.
Okay, Nikki Cox will always do the first one then.
Ooh, 5. Plus 8. My perception.
Yeah, mine.
13 then.
So what was it? 13 for you, and Nikki Cox rolled a 12. So you're not seeing a whole lot, but like I said, because of the leveling, you don't need a high perception. Random encounter. Nothing. I'm rolling no on the random encounters.
Good.
Do you want to roll play with Nikki Cox?
No, not
Okay.
tonight.
So not tonight. I don't know what you're insinuating. She's just having a cigarette. She seems just happy to keep to herself. But if you do talk to her, she will talk about her life and, maybe give you advice or anything like that at all. She seems quite knowledgeable on things.
I mean, I think if I have a couple of failed exhaustion throws, I might be exhausted enough to talk to her.
We'll see how it goes. And then it's Warwick's and
Garvia.
I just say Gar.
Oh, so nat 19 plus 1. 20.
Net 20.
Oh, yes. 220.
I don't have to roll
Very,
on that.
yeah.
I don't have to roll on
Well, it's
that.
25.
We are so awake. Did you see that? Oh, it's nothing. There's a dragonfly!
Did you see that speck of dust?
No, I didn't. Where was it?
This time Derek is up the whole night as well, and he's literally just sitting with his legs like this, like
Derek,
this.
to make yourself useful,
What?
make these into magic. I hand him, how many?
Yeah.
200 daggers.
Realistically, how many can you get through in a night?
He's like,
Probably the 200.
he's like,
Just
oh, I
for
could.
whack 'em.
He sort of looks at it and he goes, okay. He says, do you have a hammer, like?
Oh, yeah, you need that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need the combination.
I'll need that back.
Sure, he says. I mean, it's not really useful to you, but it's a nice hammer.
Yeah, it is.
So he starts clicking away, but he's doing it very slow and monotonous. So I'd say for every 2 minutes you get a fully enchanted dagger.
That's all of them done in one night.
I suppose. Even if you do it
200 times
casually.
100 minutes divided by 60 for hours.
Yeah, there we are. That's all 200 magic.
But then you realise they all turn into blobs on the last one.
Except I tell him not to do that one, obviously.
Oh, right, okay. So there you go.
Unless we've got something we'd like to make.
Yeah, you can poke them and turn them into things.
Yeah, exactly. So, what would
what sells well?
How much ammunition have I got?
For that ability, though, you've
Yes.
noticed that it won't make anything larger than the metal than it contains.
Yeah, that's
So like you could like combine them somehow and make something bigger, I suppose, because they're all puddles of pools.
that
So you
makes
could
sense.
like 3 or 4 daggers to make a sword.
So we could make a tank.
Yeah, 200 daggers to make a
It's
cannon. Also.
Yeah.
That's down your alley.
Cannon.
Hang on, I'm just going to grab something from my bag of holding.
Yeah, give me 10 minutes. Fire! Now give me.
So you're not doing the puddle. Okay.
No, I don't think there's anything we want to make at the moment. But we can always do it at any time, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Cat question. You can make gunpowder.
I know how to do gunpowder. Yes, so yes, we could make cannons.
No. That wasn't what I was thinking of.
You were thinking jetpack?
No. Gunpowder fuel jetpack sounds like a bad idea.
Sounds great fun.
I'm liking the idea of you making crossbow bolts with like a second stage rocket, so you fire it and then it
that's
speeds
nice,
up as it's flying.
No, that's
What
not
are you
what I was
thinking
thinking of. I was thinking of, I just want a bag of holding full of kegs of gunpowder.
That's almost where I was going with it. Rather than gunpowder, because gunpowder isn't...
Or explosive powder.
I would still be metal technically.
yeah.
So how would that?
No. It's just something for later. Yeah. Whilst we're on the subject of
So
crafting.
you'd have.
So it would technically still be metal, but flammable metal. So you're talking about
Yeah.
magnesium.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking
But
of
it's
making
hotter.
some shot from it because it's instantaneous rather than my sit down
Jesus
make
Christ.
everything. I just need to make the gunpowder.
You
Like I
guys
said,
break
later
the
on I
game.
just
This
need
is your
I just
fault.
want a bag of holding.
You rolled really
which is
well,
literally
and then
the
I
only
didn't
thing is
expect
like
you
the
to take
bag
the
of
air
holding.
elemental and
It's
turn it into an NPC.
Crap tons
so.
of explosives. So that if we find
That
a big
was-
boss
that
that we
was-
can't
that
deal
was
with,
smart.
I just go empty the bag, run, boom. No, not even do that, just shoot over the shoulder. Massive explosion.
And you don't even have to look at it because cool people don't look back at it.
I know,
I
exactly.
can
That's the idea
I can
though.
already somehow do that.
Hollywood thing of getting flung by the explosion and still living.
Right, so you can roleplay wherever you mentioned gunpowder.
yeah, so we're going to talk
Yeah.
about this explosive bag of holding
That's
idea.
a decent idea, yeah. I like that.
So it's something that we can set in motion.
Yes, maybe so. It's going to take a long time to make that much gunpowder. Like.
Yeah, no, but it's something to
It's
do.
going to take a
over
lot of
time.
money too.
I'm well aware.
Good.
I've got plans.
Meanwhile, you're in the corner going, oh. Because that's how you sleep. Oh. I'm not going crazy. Oh.
You can't make me, but that bloody goddess can.
I am the goddess, anyway. Oh, honey, I'm all and everything. I am the annoying NPCs that bump into the night.
Well, it's
Speaking
alright.
of that, you do something on your
We're
own.
just going to take this Derek loophole and get all the money we can, and I'm just going to buy items that make this crown a viable thing to be bought.
I've made a caveat, so you might be able to do something with him soon.
What? He
Yeah.
might be useful.
Even more useful.
I thought that's why you brought him along, because he was the most useless piece of shit in there.
Derek's sort of like.
So what are we doing? But for the other, what are we doing with the daggers? Are we just leaving them as daggers for now?
No, I say make them into the all special except for puddle. Because we can sell them for, oh look, it's +2 and fire and lightning.
Daggers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave them
And
as
make a
daggers.
spell slot.
And spell slots,
Yeah, and
yes.
free minor illusion.
Yep.
Yes, so
Which I can do none of because I am not a spellcaster.
if I write next to the 200 daggers, Derek special.
Derek special minus puddle.
Well, they're just daggers then.
Yeah.
Because the puddle literally just lets it take on any form.
Derek special. Done.
Okay. So yeah, that's what Derek's doing. But every once in a while, you'll notice there's a bird, and because he's so stationary, eventually there's like 2 or 3 birds on his shoulders, and he's like, oh. He's like, I hope these don't shit on me.
Sorry, Snow White.
He's a birdie friend.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm sorry,
can't accept everything
this
that's
this whole
inside.
construct thing with a bird on your shoulder, all I'm thinking about is,
What?
you know,
Bastion in Overwatch.
no, I've completely forgotten the name of him. He was a golem in that. Why the hell can't I think of it?
Isn't that
Adventure Zone.
In what?
Okay.
In the Adventure Zone,
Yeah.
there's a construct that ends up with a bird on its shoulder while it's being created, and the bird is the guiding intelligence of the entire construct.
No idea. That sounds brilliant.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic, hilarious.
So,
That gives me an
Day
idea for
3.
Overwatch character now.
you're fine now, so
How many days did you say there were, sorry?
5.
5.
So we're on day 3.
Yeah.
So, who wants to roll perception? You can all roll perception. I'll
Yeah.
give somebody advantage.
I noticed the broom.
16.
26.
Okay.
I got an 8, so like I said, I noticed the broom.
You avoid everything. Like the moment you see a speck on the horizon, you're like, no, go slightly left.
Bit more to the right.
I think there's a little gust of wind there that we may have a little slight bump on. Just turn right and up a bit.
Nikki Cox is just humming to herself, and she's like, "All we need is a radio.
What?
A radio? Is it?
Not one of these walkie-talkie.
Oh no, not one of them, love. Not like a phone or anything. You know what a phone is, right? No, never mind."
Even I'm looking at it stupid about it.
It's the thing that you call each other on, and
Oh, like these?
yeah, but you can send photos to each other and
What's a photo?
Like
Yeah,
paintings.
what's a photo?
I don't.
I kind of grasped that one. I kind of grasped that one. Like paintings, but not paintings.
They're of us, but on a still image.
They use a flashy thing?
Yes.
Are they magic?
Hmm?
Phones, are they magic?
No, it's technology, love. Technology!
I know what
Like the
technology
guns.
is.
Would that kill somebody if you fired a photo at them?
Oh, there's some... Where I'm from, there were some religions
That's
that didn't like the phones.
It's a real personal touch to kill someone with an image of yourself. I'd imagine it's the frame that does more of the damage than the actual canvas.
Anyway, he sort of turns back and he's like, "Oh, for fuck's sakes. I just wanted some music," he said.
Music?
Yeah.
Like a bard.
Yes.
We could find ourselves a bard somewhere.
Actually, I wouldn't mind a bar. Pretty
Is there a town on the way? We can stop by and pick up a bard.
There are like 1 or 2 towns on the way, but if you want to do the 5 days travel, it's just like a beeline. Like if you
We
want
can
to,
pick up a bard in the
if
next
you wanted
town.
if you wanted to stop at a town, it would take an extra half day.
Like I said, we can pick up a bard in Finrasdale and Gatewatch.
Yeah.
So 3rd night, Nikki Cox is going to do the first one again. She looks over to Warwick and goes, "Oh, you're the only one I haven't done a watch with yet."
Okay.
Okay.
Have fun.
Sure.
Do your.
Learning
Are you using
spell
bless? I think you're always going to use bless for this.
I'm also going to use my feet of lucky.
You don't need to until after you've rolled, but before you know the result. But
Yeah, so
you coincidentally
roll,
also know
and
the
then I don't
result.
say anything. I say I want to use that.
No, that's alright actually. That's 32.
Bless is such a good skill.
Yeah, actually, it's really
Saving my ass right now.
Okay. Nikki Cox will roll perception. No, she rolled bad.
I got a 10.
I got a 10.
Oh no.
It doesn't matter, my weapon of warning wakes me up and you guys anyway. If we get attacked.
Oh, okay. We finally got one.
Oh, what we got then? So those wolves, they followed us for miles.
Yeah. For 2 days travel.
Yeah.
They're actually exhausted.
Yeah. They had a taste of Derek and they really wanted more. It's that metallic taste.
What I did is
We all know the taste.
just
we're
like
on
what?
about.
Where's the CR on these?
Ooh.
Where's the CR on these?
Is
Oh,
it
it's
on
at
the
oh,
other
it's at the
side?
bottom.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, I got it. So,
Aren't they useful?
okay, yeah, they are.
I really need to get them.
There's
What is
so
this?
much about my character that I
Yeah.
could not tell you.
It's just really useful.
It's like...
So Nikki Cox
Shadow.
turns to you
I
and
have
she's
no idea
like,
what that
Yeah.
entails.
And
So,
you can just write it
what's
down.
your deal like?
As well, isn't it?
My deal like
More
what?
sense to you.
Like, what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I do this.
What was this?
Going around doing jobs for people.
I suppose that's one way to earn a living. What did you do before that then?
This.
This for about 2 years. And then before that, I was a merchant, technically.
Ah, some of the trade deals. Are you good with the gift of the gab? You haven't heard that expression before, have you, love?
Expression, no.
You're good with talking with people and getting the deals.
Not the talking part, knowing what is what.
Oh, so you're more of a bookie.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, she says. I was always more of a gift of the gab person. I used to be a part of a business, she says, and she starts like putting out a cigarette. Back in the...
It's a fun one.
What is it? Back in the plane that I was...
Sharing with the class. I've got to share that one with the class. Oh,
What
click the
what
ball.
people expect D&D to be full cosplay. What do you know? 4 people in Pradam screaming at a piece of plastic.
So true.
It's
Too many now.
So
Sorry,
true.
I had to share that one with
Right,
the
okay.
class.
Nikki Cost goes, oh, in the plane that I'm from, I used to be in a large business. Where I'm from, there's loads of large businesses, and it's all conglomerates and stock shares and stuff like that. Do you know what stock shares are?
She's from the Shadowrun universe, isn't she?
What's a stock?
The bleed just happened the wrong way.
For me, stock is something that we hold whilst it's waiting to be sold on.
So businesses can be owned in percentiles, and based on the percentile that you own is worth something. And if a business does well, the percentile goes up.
I just owned my business.
That's fair, she says. This plane doesn't really do that sort of
Stuff.
management of businesses just yet. But we're getting there, especially the Royal Capital. They're starting to get a bit crazy over there. But yeah, I used to be in a business. Used to have a wife and kid as well.
No. That's hard to believe.
You're not awake.
Good for you, I guess.
Not much of a talker, are you?
Not when I'm trying to keep an eye out for things.
Let's just say this is why you rolled badly. Just the conversation.
Yeah.
Too distracted.
Yeah.
Just shut up, man. Shut up. Nice.
Nikki just goes, oh, well, I'll leave you to it then. And then all of a sudden, you hear Derek in the corner and he's like, oh, hello, what's this?
Oh, fucking hell.
What you see is this.
Oh, rat ogre thing.
It's a Hakara. It was the first CR3 thing that I found.
Brilliant.
And he's like, oh, is it? It's like a cat, but with no fur, and it doesn't look like a cat at all.
Look how cuddly it is.
It
Trying to gnaw his face off.
starts fighting at it. Roll initiative.
Brilliant.
We'll roll Derek. Derek can just sit there, because I've got a feeling you're probably going to bite this out of the board. Let me get my pens out. There's only one of them right now. My pen. Where's my pen?
I love us not being able to be surprised. Also, the fact that it wakes you guys up, just part of. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I imagine it, but in our heads.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't also. Because basically it doesn't let the others know that.
I should
you've
roleplay
woken up.
that. Just have like a polite man in your head. Just
Hello
go,
there.
hello there.
It's
Good
time to
thing-
wake up.
It's
You're
time-
you're about to get eaten alive.
There's someone at your door.
Fine. What? Did you hear that thing in your head?
Something's nibbling on Derek.
Oh, it's fine. Leave them nibble. Now, they'll kill themselves.
So, Warwick.
18.
Gar.
5. I rolled a 14. That's with pluses, of course.
Ty.
17.
Plus 2 is to damage as well.
Oh
isn't it?
no, you were in an awkward place. There we go. 17, okay.
Pluses and weapons are placed to hit into damage.
Cool.
So, let me write the stats down. Okay, so Warwick's first.
Oh, I've already done it. Ignore me.
What does it? Yeah, what does this thing actually look like? Can I get a bit of view of it? I won't read the back. Don't worry.
Paint a word picture for the audience.
Eagle with
Oh,
giant
I got-
crab.
So
claw hands.
it's basically a large crab with scyther hands, and it looks like it's got whiskers as well. Randomly. Yeah.
Well,
Does
to
it-
me, the way I would describe it,
Is a turtle scyther?
no, is an eagle, but instead of wings, it's got scythes for hands,
But it's got like
and it's got leathery skin. It's got eagle eagle feet and an eagle beak.
Yeah, it's got talons. No, I can't think of what that would be.
It doesn't look that much like a crab, except for where the claws are.
Did you say it looks like a kebab?
I said it doesn't much look like a crab.
Oh, I was like, oh.
I don't know. It's got a horseshoe crab
Yes.
shell on its back, and its top
Weird.
limbs are kind of crabby. So it's a mix between
Crab eagle.
a
Crab
badger,
eagle level
a horseshoe crab, and an eagle. I mean, that must have been one crazy gangbang.
It's probably why it's pissed off.
So yeah, you're first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna keep my distance from this one, and I'm just gonna shoot it.
It's kind of nibbling at Derek, but
Yeah.
but
Derek can be nibbled on.
But Derek's just like, oh, it's trying to hug me.
Derek, punch it.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Curb stomp it, Derek.
What's the curb? He says.
Those things on the end of the road?
Oh, like the rocks.
Yes. Yes, where the people walk on away from the road a little bit.
I wasn't meant to go
Like a road.
Yeah, but not the road.
22.
The
22 damage.
The
Yeah.
people.
What type of damage?
That would be piercing.
Does it have any? No, it doesn't. Okay. You expect it to be resistant to something with a shell. Never mind.
Extra attack.
Okay.
That isn't hitting.
What is it?
A 9.
Yeah, no.
Like I said, that's not hitting. What can I do with my bonus action? Because I always forget all of this stuff.
Do you have the feel?
I'm going to activate patient defense because why not?
Okay.
Are you connected to the internet with that thing?
I am.
Mind saying there's a problem. Poor connection.
I get that from time to time, but it's going up and down. I haven't lost any frames though.
Actually, on the first shot.
As long as you sort of haven't, that's even better. But
Hang on a
weird
second.
why it happens. But I'm disconnecting because there's
Just get-
lots of data that I can use.
Just give me a second, Stu.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
On the first shot, can I have it make a Constitution saving throw?
Ooh.
Okay.
Is that a monk thing?
Yes, stunning strike. If I hit it with an attack, I can
Nice.
spend a key point to make it stunning strike.
10.
It is stunned until my next turn.
So
Nice.
it's done. It can't make actions for a turn normal.
Yes, that was stunned.
Yeah.
Flashbangs are actually pretty good then.
And like I said, I use another key point for my bonus action to.
Okay, so defense.
yeah.
Okay. Ty.
How far away from me is it?
It's about 25 feet.
I move in and cast Inflict Wound.
Okay, so roll a melee attack.
Make a melee spell attack.
Yeah, so you roll and then you use your spell modifier instead of your
Stun status
7.
for you.
6 plus 7, 11.
Does not hit.
Does not hit.
So you missed the spell.
Yeah.
Spell fizzles. That's your action.
It's great with spellcasters.
I can
because
use
they
my
suddenly go
key stuff
fire.
as bonus action, don't I?
You can do things like damn patient's defense. However, you can't do flurry of blows unless you specifically attack with your fists,
Yeah.
which you used a spell.
No, it's if you hit with a monk weapon.
Yeah, but monk weapons include your fists, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, because I missed that. What is the step of the wind? I can't remember what that does.
Step of the wind is bonus action. You can dash, which is an extra movement, basically.
Oh, no, leave that.
You got patient defense like Dan did, but or you could just save your key points for something else.
I'll save my key points for
Okay.
next round. 'Cause
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
It's go now. It's going to nibble it down.
It's stunned.
Oh yeah. No.
It's incapacitated.
Until the end of its turn or your turn.
My turn. It can't move and can only speak vaginally. It can't. It can't make. It can't. It automatically fails strength and dex saves, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Oh. Roll again. Because you attack advantage.
Oh, 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah. You hit with that.
No, it's even higher than that. But yeah.
So it can still make an action. It just can't move.
So you roll your melee attack, which is.
So I would have been using my short sword gauntlets, which are the.
Yeah. So you
Idiotic
roll a
one.
d4 plus short sword, which is d1d6.
So 1d6 plus 1d4 lightning, 1d4 fire.
And plus your dex modifier as well.
So it's 1d4 plus 1d4 lightning plus 1d4 fire. Do you want a red one for the fire?
Yeah.
And we go for blue one for the lightning.
I've got a purple one that can be for lightning. So one.
Well, you've also got one for your unarmed as well.
Oh, true. And I can flurry it blows off from that one, can't I?
Yeah.
Oh no, because he's doing a spell attack.
No, it's just you need to make an attack.
Yeah, but it's not an attack, it's a spell melee attack. What's the wording on it?
When you it's the attack action. Yeah. Never mind. Ignore me.
Because
So
otherwise, boom, they would be better.
2 on d6 plus 4 lightning damage, 3 fire damage, and 3.
So what's the total? And then add your
Okay,
dex.
it's 3 lightning damage, 3 fire damage, and 6 bludgeoning. Well, 6 plus dex.
Where is
Bludgeoning.
my dex now? I lost it for.
So it's 10 plus 3 plus 3.
Yeah,
So it's
16.
16. And then you roll your inflict wounds damage as well.
Oh, what's that? Yeah.
So I think it's
3d10.
If you need D10
That's a
again.
bit hideous, yeah.
She gives her a flurry of blows, but once she's running out of key points, inflict wounds is pretty nifty.
5, 6, 7. Wow, that's.
Blow.
Wow.
No, that's above average. 5, 6,
Oh,
7.
she rolled
5,
5,
5
5
and
and
6
6
and 7.
No, I thought she counted it.
Lots.
So how much?
18.
18. Jesus.
Damn, that was a good roll.
The gas, you'll go then.
Ooh.
Oh, that's you want to do with bonus action. I don't think you've got anything to do with your bonus action.
No, sadly not.
You don't have any healing word. Oh, you do have healing word, but there's no point in healing.
Am I at
Nobody's
advantage
taken
or
any damage,
anything?
so.
When you roll, is it melee attack with
No,
stab?
it's just any attacks against it have advantage.
No,
It,
not
it
true.
can't move. It can sort of do
that's a
actions. So.
16.
Just hits.
Perfect. That's the first attack. Anyway, 2d8 is there. Red for fire, green for lightning. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 7 puts it. 2, 8, 16. So 16. No. Yeah, 16.
16 total.
Yeah.
Okay. 20.
Yes, because I added one there. Yeah.
Yeah. Carry on.
That was the first shot. Second shot.
Yeah.
Can get 3 shots off. Is a 29.
Yeah. No, obviously hits.
8, 9, 10, 11, no, 8, 2, 8, 16. Hang on, I'm confusing myself. 2, 8, 16, 17 in total.
Yeah.
And my third shot.
Yeah.
As it poofs into my other hand
Yeah.
with an offhand attack. Is 20 dirty.
Yeah. Hits.
Until the end of my next turn, so I still get the advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
7,
It's
18.
Dead. It's dead.
Nice.
It sort of like rolls over, blood coughing, and that Derek's like. Basically, all Derek was, he was trying to hug it, and then all of a sudden he saw you walk up to it and shoot it and punch it.
I didn't even walk. I just went.
So you walked up to it and punched it. You shot it. So all he saw was pow, 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 and just go like that. And he was just like, "Oh, but that could have been a new friend, like."
I somehow doubt that, Derek.
Yeah, me too.
But you don't know that. It could have been another cat.
Hang on a second. That nature roll told me nothing. 7 on nature to see if I know what it was.
I think you'd know it's not a cat.
It's not a cat.
Yeah, so that isn't a cat. Now I've got to make sure with the nature check.
The only thing I can say, it didn't look natural.
Okay.
It didn't look natural.
No.
Survival check to see if I can harvest anything off of it.
Sure.
That's a 23.
You get its big scythe claws, basically, and the back of its shell.
And the back of its shell.
So you've basically got a huge ass shell and 2 scythe claws.
Could be handy.
Derek,
Hello!
could you turn this
Until
shell into a shield and these claws into swords?
And what are they made out of? He sort of like touches them and he goes, yeah, they're quite sturdy. I mean, I don't know what would
You are
happen.
going to have to figure out some stats for that.
Yeah, I don't know what would happen.
basic shots.
They would be. I would assume they would be swords and a shield of the equivalent nature, just sort of made out of a special material.
Short sword.
Oh, they're more like great swords.
Oh, really?
Small
Oh,
great,
well, that-
small great
So it
swords.
was that big?
Mm.
So long swords.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, great swords. Two-handers, not long
Okay.
swords.
Hand and a half.
Yeah. And then the shield.
10.5 swords in the
And the
state in Fifed are long swords.
And the shield, the shell's quite large. It'd be like a tower shield, wouldn't it?
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
I thought this creature was only like maybe that big.
No, it was large. So it was like probably.
Oh, I could
double.
have climbed that thing
Yeah.
and killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Next time.
Well, like I said, it was a random encounter, and I just picked a CR that related to
Makes
the
sense.
random encounter. So yeah, you got.
You can choose, because it's a special material, you could basically just use it to have a special effect or not. It's just the same, it's just looks different basically.
I'm gonna think on the fly, so you can just write it down now.
Okay.
The shell would have all the benefits, except when it turns into a puddle, it doesn't turn into a puddle because it's not made out of metal.
It's a Derek's special shield basically.
And just because it's such a large shield, it's got, instead of +2, it's +3.
Oh wow, it's +3 shield.
Yeah. Well, so like it's
That's before the +2 from the
so
Derek's
plus-
special.
plus +5 total.
Bloody hell.
And the 2 claws.
Oh no, I'm thinking what special ability you would have.
Are they long swords or great swords?
Great swords.
So Derek's special great swords.
Yeah.
That shield would go really down really well for a fighter if he was angry.
Yeah.
It's quite a large. Since it's such a large tower shield, you probably would only be able to use small weapons from behind.
Spears.
Spears, stuff like that, basically. One-handed glaives and things like that.
Yeah. So it's a great sword, was it?
Yeah. So it's a
Yeah.
2d6.
Yeah, they are two-handed. 2d6 slash, yeah. Heavy two-handed.
Yeah.
So.
Oh
wow.
I'm trying to think what their special ability is. So the shield, let's just say it gives an extra +2 to monstrous foes.
The claws.
No, the shield. So it's got +2 AC against monstrous foes.
Oh.
So
So in addition to its
plus
+1.
5, so it's +5 total,
Yeah.
and then it's +7 against monstrous foes.
Wow.
So
And monstrous includes?
AC.
It's a monster type, so it goes beast,
Orcs.
monstrous.
Orcs are...
No, orcs are humanoid.
Ah, cool. I'm learning a few things.
Think monstrous are things like Eldrazi and stuff like that.
Okay.
So think like tentacle monsters and things that look like fiends but aren't fiends, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
Yeah, I think...
They're the things that make go boo in the night.
No.
Like what we just fought.
Yeah. And then
I did make it go boom, you're right.
No, boo in the night.
Oh, boo, sorry.
And then the sword, it does all of the plus stuff and whatever, but in addition, it does 1d4 chaotic damage.
Ooh, that's a new type of damage.
Yeah.
Shiny.
So it does 1d4 lightning, 1d4 fire, and 1d4 chaotic.
It's got bad.
Mhm. So those are some kick-ass long
Yeah.
swords.
Where are you putting them?
Well, I take it they'd be too heavy to hold.
But instead, he does probably about 50 of the daggers because what he's
50.
so what he does with the size, he's got to make a new pummel for them.
Yeah.
So he makes a pummel, and then for the back of the shield, he's got to make a handle.
Yeah.
So he's doing that with some of the daggers as
So
well.
he's made only 50 daggers, is it?
50 daggers, and then he uses probably about 5 of the daggers to make a pummel and just to workshaft these great swords, basically.
So we've lost 5 daggers.
Yeah.
So we've
But we've
lost
gained these
5, which puts it down to 195 daggers.
Well, however much the daggers are, I'll replace with the cost of these, but I'm gonna keep these to sell for myself.
Fair? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool, so I'm taking that's like party pool money.
That's party stuffs, yeah.
So, like I said, I'll pay back the cost of whatever you can sell the 5 daggers for, and keep the others from my own
So
selling.
what you get?
I'll store them in there though, just because I can't actually physically carry them.
Cool.
So the shield looks like a large tortoise shell.
I'm keeping them in my inventory. I'm just saying that there's
Oh,
some in there.
So the shield looks like a large grey tortoise shell,
Yeah.
except he's worked it in such a way that it's pointed towards the end. So it looks like a weird oval rectangle.
Large tortoise shell, but pointed.
Yeah. And then the great swords, just think the pummel looks like your basic pummel, so it's got like the crisscross
Yeah.
sort of like leather, it looks like a basic pummel, but the sword sort of like curves like this, and it's
Looks kind of like a
Scimitar.
scimitar.
yeah,
But a super large
or something like
scimitar.
that. And it's purple.
Ooh, alright then.
So it's got when you refract it, it does have like a purple sheen to it.
Purple hue.
Yeah.
Oh, shiny, I like that.
Yeah.
It's why I like scavenging monsters. You can make interesting stuff.
This isn't Monster
Especially
Hunter.
with what's his name, yeah.
I am making this Monster Hunter now.
Especially with what's his name, yeah. We can just do it now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I can ask him, can you do something with it? And if
Yeah.
he says no, then sure, whatever. I can just sell the parts.
Exactly that, or find someone who can.
So, other than that, the night is uneventful.
Night.
You rolled already, didn't you? Yeah. Okay.
Does this, because was I the first watch?
You were.
It was the second
Yes.
watch. No, it was the first watch.
So-
Nicky Cox was there.
Key
as
points
well.
back because I haven't rested yet.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Just me just going key points back because I haven't rested yet.
Yeah. Then I guess I'm on second.
Yeah, with tie. So tie perception.
19.
15 plus 8.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
get around.
23.
There you go. So, unless you want to roleplay 4th day of travel, go. Perception checks.
I'm just cleaning my gun again after
Okay.
that fight.
Fall back of polishing the crown.
I made 2 shots.
Let's be honest, she's probably enraptured by this damn thing.
Yeah.
If she can't bear to take it off her own head.
Jesus.
She's just so talking to it, just going, "You are my friends."
Singing a little song.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Sunshine, lollipops.
Hasn't it got
Bring
hideous
chips
monsters
into
on
madness.
it? It's got hideous monsters on it as well. So you're slowly naming each monster on the crown.
Oh,
This is Charles.
Jeff. Bob.
My name's Jeff.
Jeff and Bob
Quinn.
don't like each other.
No.
You can see that through the psych that one of them's putting through the other one.
Jeff is cheeky.
He's the one getting stabbed.
So,
Oh.
4th day's travels. You can all roll
Let's do it.
perceptions if you like.
Might as well.
13.
Oof.
9.
5 plus 8.
No, so not very well.
13.
2 13s and a 9.
But yeah, like I said, it's getting to the point now where there's hardly no foliage. So it's like, so you probably see
I
monsters.
thought
Probably
stuff would have been appearing again because we're getting closer to where we're going.
Maybe.
Oh well.
no.
Okay.
So it's not like completely dead, but it's like there's no grass. It's just bare ground. Maybe the odd tree or two. So there you don't need high perception. So you probably see like random monsters and beasts with probably like in 100, 200 odd feet, and then you manage to avoid them basically. So we get to the 4th night. Nikki Cox. Who wants to go Nikki Cox?
I'll take it again.
Okay.
Second time.
So
I'd be
perception.
fine to go first if you wanted me to.
Yeah, she didn't.
15.
Let's see. No, she met it. Okay, no, nothing happened.
Aha!
I need to make my roll.
Oh, we
Do
rolled,
I go
yeah.
insane roll?
Do I go insane? Do I go
Are
insane?
you using bless
Put in
again?
a spell slot with bless.
No.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's working. It's been working.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ooh,
9, 10, 11, 12.
don't do it.
No, you can use
I
your
can
luck.
use my luck though, so I get another.
You roll the d20 again, I believe.
No.
No.
You can use luck again. You do reset
No,
them.
because luck is.
You get 3. You get to change the d20 every time.
It's not advantage.
It's not advantage. You're just
No.
re-rolling the d20 and picking it
How many times can I use it then?
3 times a day.
So that's your first one.
Yeah, roll it again.
This is second.
Nope. Another 9.
12.
Might as well go for the last one.
And the last one? Yes.
14 plus
just
makes
1.
it
Yes, I
15.
just
Make
managed.
it.
Just make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing you got the lucky feet.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Oh god, why am I going insane?
Then it's Warwick and Ty's turn
It
to
is.
roll perception.
16 plus 8, 24.
Yeah.
I got 8.
Yeah, you're all. Ty is wide-eyed and alert. She's currently rocking backwards and forwards.
Over the crown.
Yeah.
Huffing on each individual monster and polishing and talking to them.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Where squirrels fly.
And then we get to the final, the day's travel.
Yep.
So roll perception.
Oh, it was around 20 then. 15.
Okay.
25.
18.
Okay. Yeah. Ty yet again is like
That
just
way.
go,
this
just go a
way.
little bit. That yeah, good.
Yeah, plus 8. It's hard to be
At first, Nikki Cox was like discerned because she doesn't like backseat drivers, but eventually she realised after 2 days in a row, Ty's actually done a decent job. She's been like, oh, okay,
Yeah, alright, fair enough.
fair enough. You know what you're doing. She seems to have gotten like a little bit of a slight respect for Ty now, so she might favour her slightly. She does appreciate a pretty woman in a crown as well.
It's understandable.
Yeah, you could say.
Don't forget the mantle.
She's like, oh girl, you look fierce, girl.
Jesus Christ.
I really need to get somebody to do like an artist impression of what Ty looks like now.
Do it.
Because you're basically wearing Pope clothes.
But
With a crown.
pub roads
Yeah.
with the trousers of many.
Yeah, fashion. So you can look
Fashions,
whatever it likes.
Yeah, and the bitchin' crown.
Bitchin'. Yeah, alright.
And you have got silvery gloves
Yeah,
because of
Yeah,
the long
the-
socks.
Yeah.
short sword.
Yeah, short sword.
Hers are short swords, mine are long swords.
Okay.
Because I can make long swords a monk weapon, meaning that I'm actually proficient with them.
Right, okay. So, towards the end of the night, you probably around about 5 o'clock, you start to see
Life.
like Gatewood basically. So probably around about 5:30, you're in Gatewood.
Tidy.
Nikki Cox just turns to like sort of like parks just outside of Gatewood, and she's like, right, all right, okay, should we go see Amy? Oh, I haven't seen the bitch in a couple of months.
I guess that's advice. We should report in.
Yeah, probably best to deal with her straight away.
Okay, she says. She starts walking off.
Following. Well, I'm gonna. She's gonna start walking off. I'm gonna start walking towards where we knew where Amy lives.
Okay. Well, you're all going in the same general direction.
Well, just in case she was walking in a different direction. I'm not gonna say I follow her and I end up following her elsewhere.
So as you're walking through town, it's like the stores are starting to wind down now, so they're all closing shop. But you have noticed, actually, everyone roll perception.
11.
20. Dirty 20.
12.
Still better than me.
You notice people seem slightly on edge.
About.
You wouldn't know in particular because they're not talking. They're closing shop, but the atmosphere has changed somewhat, and you've noticed there's 1 or 2 extra guards around.
I just quickly nudge someone and say, "What's going on?"
So who are you nudging in particular?
I don't.
Just a random person.
A shopkeeper. Let's just say who's someone who's closing up shop.
Oh, they've all got farmers' accents. I've got to do. Oh, it's been terrible, like over the last couple of days. He says. First of all, we had some goblins come around the town in the middle of the night. They stole some stuff. Nothing too big, but before they were just on the outskirts. Now they're in the night pillaging. It's getting to the point now where we're thinking about advancing the quest a bit because it's not getting done, and there's going to be problems later. But he says that's not half of it. The other half is that a witch appeared out of nowhere.
A witch, you say? So she's. What did she do then?
Oh, I wasn't there, but apparently she just appeared out of nowhere, froze a couple of people, and then just walked off.
Froze some people.
Yeah, they're just like statues now.
Where are they?
And we took them to the pharmacist, but
Any
not the
Any
pharmacist.
witnesses?
Paracetamol's going to help that.
Any witnesses to that? That saw what happened.
Most of the farmers, to be honest.
Okay.
It was out in the open,
Okay. Thank you for the information. Note to self: check board when after speaking to Amy. I'm just muttering away to myself as I continue walking towards Amy. So thank you for the information.
Okay. So you get to Amy's little shack, and you sort of Nikki Cox pauses for a moment by the door and sort of exhales. Yeah, just mentally preparing herself.
Is Harold here?
Harold is not here, but Derek is looking around and going, "Oh, is there any animals?"
Derek, now's not the time.
He really has a bit of a fetish for getting
He's like Derek just goes, "I don't really want to be here." He says, "Last time I was here, she did something."
What did she do?
She woke up.
Yeah, don't you remember? We sent Derek.
Yes, Derek.
It was, "I don't normally sleep. It was unsettling," he said. "I don't know how people do it. You just switch off. It's just..." So yeah, he sort of walks off then. Right, what time is it? Should we have a break there?
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have a break there. Are we all hungry or no?
Whatever, I'm good. I'm still alright, to be honest, but go for it, order.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm
That's a
ready.
number I don't know, so I'm ready.
Do we have anyone listening?
We have one viewer. One viewer. We're gonna go for
Probably Dan's phone, isn't it?
Oh, that's a good point actually. Hi, random. Actually, I'll be able to look all night. Filter. Oh, actually, we've got a lot of people. Why does it only say one viewer then? We've got a lot of people.
Oh, wait.
Really?
We've got me as a moderator,
Yeah.
and we've got Apricot Dopey Fruits,
Right.
Commander Roots, host giveaway, I don't know what that is, Positivity Bot, and Soul Cool.
Cool. There we go. Happy days.
Hi people.
Hello.
Take
But
a
it
break
says
for,
there's only one viewer, but I've got
strange.
I know, but on the chat there's maybe they've paused it, but there's
Yeah.
5 of them in the chat. But then why would there be randomly
Yeah.
5 people in the chat?
Strange.
You know. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday.
Sorted.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that mean Twitch is paused now as well then, or? Well,
I'm still technically streaming,
but Twitch isn't.
I'm still streaming,
Right.
and I'm still recording as well. But I'm gonna wait for Dan to come back.
Oh.
Dan, do you want to order food?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I'm getting hungry.
Right, Twitch. We're gonna be taking a break. We'll probably be ordering food, and then we'll probably be back, and then. Oh no, actually, should we order food while we play? and then when food comes, have the break then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do a quick break.
Quick
to order
quick
them.
break to order, and then
Okay.
back in like 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stop streaming for now, but I'll be back like in 5 minutes. Okay.